we're out here at training camp, Dallas Cowboys training camp, Jake. And one of the guys on that team, the kicker, when he gets back to DFW, he will get into his Fair Lease vehicle.
He will.
Fairlease.org is where he went.
He was hooked up by our team over there, led by Connor and Nick, 972-705-4815. You don't have to go 6 for 6 with a long from 41 in practice to get a great leasing situation from Fair Lease, whether it's for the personal or the commercial side. They'll get you whatever vehicle you want. I went out and toured their facility out there, and they were showing me stuff, a box truck for some company that they had located across the country. They'll hook you up, and they'll also work with you on the financing because they are backed by the Credit Union of Texas. Mainly, they just want to work a deal with you, the Dumb Zone listener. So 972-705-4815, fairlease.org.
Fair Lease when you don't know what to do about a car, 'cause car stuff is hard. But not with Fair Lease. You don't need a dealership, baby.
Hello, friends. You're looking live at Oxnard, California, the home of the Dallas Cowboys training camp. And I'm Dan McDowell. Won't forget again.
I'm Jay Kemp.
I'm Blake Jones.
Foodie CK is here. TC CK is here. Matt Grimm is here. And no Dallas Cowboys players are here. Today is a player's day off. But we're getting that field mode. A man doing it. It's unfortunate.
For now.
You mean compared to robot?
Yeah,
I was just thinking that's a lady's job at my house.
Oh, I was thinking that was a robot's job, which I'm glad TC's here for. Walking in the bathroom, there's a golf course right next to our hotel, or where we're broadcasting from, and they have one of those little Roomba robots cutting the grass. That's the dream.
They got robot lawn cutter now?
Yeah. It's a lot like Roomba. It'll map your front yard or backyard, charge it up, and you say, hey, go. And it'll cut the grass and return to its charging base.
That thing would
I'm
be
interested.
That thing would be meeting
super
the
interested.
face of my Big Bertha.
Why?
If I rolled up on that tee box.
Oh,
Smash it.
There's a lot of... All right.
You're not worried about hurting your Bertha?
Then you'd be hitting out of the rough.
First time I ever swung a golf club, it was my uncle's new Big Bertha driver, and the club head flew off and went further than the bowl. I don't know what I did, but I somehow broke the club, and then I didn't play golf again until the April Fool's Open.
I think we'll victim blame there.
20 years later.
You don't entrust your Big Bertha to a first-time swinger?
No. It was tough. But we're keeping the main thing.
Nice.
And we're talking football. What do you mean, okay?
Facts.
Facts. A lot of fights out here yesterday,
dude,
fellas. And I had a front row seat. It was incredible. So my claim yesterday at the start of the show, this is going to be awesome. I feel like on my end, that check cashed because I was surprised they kept practicing.
That's what all of the security people said. Like they gotta stop this.
And that moment occurred probably with 4 more fights to come. Like we were at, I can't believe they're still out there.
Yeah, but you're allotted 2 hours of a joint practice. You're not stopping at 159. You're getting all the work you can.
Yeah, that's probably true.
If you've been in this situation where you can't fight people, but you are smashing into them, I don't know why they wouldn't do a little something at the end of every single play.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you just want to get into the sports thing, but it was crazy, dude.
But that's what a game is.
Yeah.
What you just described.
It is, except you don't take any breaks. There's no real refs out there. You don't have it. It's not on TV, so everybody's wilding. I don't think they're thinking about John Machota's phone the same as they are Fox or CBS's camera. This feels like you are at. They don't think there's anybody here. Like, they're yelling stuff at each other. They're Izaraku got thrown out for throwing another punch yesterday.
Yeah.
Again, he was
Yes.
the guy that last week.
I saw fake Tad walking him off,
Cable.
and I thought he was hurt because he was in full pads, and I'm like, oh, they're getting him out of here pretty quick. He walked right by the VIP through like the Joneses tent, and then I see on social media.
So we were here in the tent, which is right next to the walking area where they have to go back to the locker room, and he was taking his pads off. He was like, "They came at me twice, bruh. What am I supposed to?" He's just.
And I think they
defending
know.
himself.
But here's the thing, though. There's no locker room here for, like, the opposition. So when I was standing out there and the Saints arrived, they come in, I assume, on a bus. It's no different than when in 8th, 9th, 10th grade before varsity, you would go get ready on the sideline at the field.
So they were, like, half-dressed?
Dude, it was like a high school team. The Saints roll in, Nike slides on, like holding their helmet through their shoulder pads. They're taping each other up, like they're putting on rib protectors on the side. And it looks like a high school team. And the Cowboy fans are right there kind of like giving them shit. And then we just split up and we go at it. And it was a lot, man.
I think it's because they're technically not supposed to drive people to the ground. So there's no rules on, hey, don't hit me this hard. Don't shove me.
Somebody was pointing this out yesterday. The whole conceit of this setup is nonsense. And you can see it in some of the running backs because they'll claim that these are like thud periods or no-go to the ground periods, but no one tells the running back. Or they do, and the running back's like, hey, I got about 3 weeks of being able to tee the fuck off on you guys. So you'll see running backs just running straight into a defender, and they're like, what am I supposed to do here?
Yeah, and then, I'll get you on the next play.
I should take you to the ground, but since we're not allowed to do that, you're running into me way harder than I'm running into you, and then everybody gets pissed off. And I feel like 6 of the 8 fights were Cowboys defense, Saints offense.
Definitely more on this side of the
way
right.
more.
The
And that's
right
where I
field.
was because we had Caleb boners. Sure.
On the other side, there was a couple early.
There were.
I started really focusing on that just because you could get better pictures if they're facing you. And there was pretty much none after the beginning part.
Yeah. Pretty chill over there.
Was Olave giving Caleb what's up?
I think that was a draw, dude. I mean, he scored once. There was another play where they ruled it a catch, kind of on the ground. I think it would have been overturned, but either way, Dan's right. He does look small out there.
He does.
At the same time, it just feels like he's everywhere, dude. Like he peels off and he just has he looks like a quarterback out there. When he just seems like he knows where to be. He's always at the ball. And Olave's a 2-time All-Pro. Or Pro
Is he?
Bowler, at least. Olave's good.
No, I know he's good.
So if he's matching up, carrying him in the slot, he's got the toughest assignment out there for sure. But in any case, the Cowboys defense just does look a little feistier.
Do we have a reason? It seemed like Caleb wasn't playing that much in the early going.
I think that was a sample issue for when you viewed.
Okay.
Because he
Great.
was out there for almost too long at one point. It seemed like.
I've been reading about fights across the NFL in the same bit. So is this something they're going to address this at some point, right? Because they've morphed into starters not playing in games.
Preseason
And so preseason games, yeah. And so obviously this is like, hey, they now view these as more important than preseason games for the starters. Preseason games still serve their purpose for the coaching staff, and there's a lot I think that goes into that as a dress rehearsal. But you can't stop things down. You can't, it's
Right.
The game is the game, and that's a great way to go through things. But if every one of these is leading to punches thrown, they're going to then have to address it.
Yeah. Somehow
And-
fines, I don't know.
Or stop allowing these joint practices.
I saw our guy, Duke Manyweather, who trains a lot of these guys, O-line guys, was tweeting about it. Like, I've been against this since we started doing it. Like, this doesn't work. You're going to have fights every time. These guys are too isolated for too long to just drop them in here together like this with no real structure of a regular game. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, what if we did
I
this?
think at the end of the day, what's the big deal?
Yeah, that's my position. Here's the fix. Let the boys brawl a little bit.
Like I heard Shoddy say, we didn't get the work we wanted. Okay, well, was it better than work you would have got against yourself? Because if it's still better than work you would have got against yourself, then you keep doing it even if it's not perfect against another team. Like they're giving you what you want.
Maybe it's not, though.
It might not be. But I was laughing yesterday because they threw a taunting flag on George Pickens.
Yes.
In a joint practice?
Maybe two of
Come
them,
on.
dude. He was
They have-
balling out.
They
He
have
didn't
refs
give
in there.
He didn't care.
He was taunting him.
But it's funny to think about,
In fact, like 4 of them flew.
Yeah.
Everybody threw the flag, and it was like, okay, we got the point. The one guy that was standing next to it, we could have just done that. But, the refs are getting in shape for the season as well.
Yeah, it was fun to watch, man. Really fun to watch. Love seeing Dan and TC together. So it's TC with a camera, Dan and Jake with a mic, kind of walking around, and there's 3 people there. 2 of them way more comfortable pushing boundaries, and it's a good thing because if there's only 2, no one, you got a tie. But there were, for every fight there was in a Cowboys practice yesterday, there was one time that Dan and TC were told, "Hey, whoa, back up."
No. That only happened once.
It happened way more than once. It happened.
And you got one, too. You were outside of the yellow box as far as anyone.
We walked a little far onto the
I didn't
We
know.
probably walked
We
about
don't
40
know.
or 50 yards too far onto a field.
If they
they pointed over to the other field and like, that's actually where the media goes. Like, oh,
if they had handed me a set of instructions,
That's the thing, dude.
then
They
I
don't-
would have followed them to a T. But
they
they
don't
never do.
No, and they don't. They. It's like anything else. It's not endemic to them, but it's like kind of slipshod enforcement.
Yes.
Like at this point, we're saying this. At this point, so you just kind of got to roll with it.
And it's inverse to your standing in the
What?
organization. Like
Yes.
the guys in charge are
They're
like,
I don't
who
give a shit."
cares?
Yes.
And the guys
right from the
in-
very top to the very bottom, it is a polar. You're exactly
Yes.
right.
Well, I think they were fine until Dan took a hand off.
He was popping the. He was
They
popping
didn't like
the
that.
1950s dummy pretty hard over there.
Yeah, the jujitsu face, man.
well, if we're going to get into some of our audio of guys who are trying to push the boundaries, we will make this brought to us by the Parlay Collective. You know that plumquickcompany.com, our title sponsor out here at training camp. The Parlay Collective is what we call a supporting sponsor. I don't know.
Yeah.
Silver
why not?
level?
What level?
Silver?
Okay. Or do you start with platinum and then gold?
I don't like platinum.
You don't?
No, I don't like when we did that. I like gold. I like gold being the one.
The
Like the
Parlay
Olympics.
Collective, that's our marketing firm, and we were working on some marketing for them, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to play you a couple of something I put together for them. Would this describe the Parlay Collective, our marketing firm?
Management,
Financial portfolios, insurance,
computers,
black leather gloves.
research and development, putting in the man hours to study the science of what you need, security,
Security
and
and
investors, possibly you.
Oh, this is classic.
Okay, actually, now that I listen to that, that doesn't really
No.
describe them at all. Actually, what Parlay Collective is, they're a marketing firm built for businesses, brands, founders, and creators. Like, go look at parlaycollective.com, and then we do like to play the game. Which one doesn't fit with these other ones? Because they're
Right.
our marketing firm, too. But then there's, like, hot chick creators and stuff. And
real businesses.
But, I guess whatever you're into.
Yeah.
They build the foundation, help build the foundation, then manage execution across the websites, blogs, newsletters, social media, monetization, paid advertising, partnerships, analytics, and more. Find out,
Get the word out about.
contact
getting the word
Audrey.
out.
Audrey Dollins is our person over there
The goat.
at parlaycollective.com. Here's, for those watching the video today, we have a little picture of the people at parlaycollective.com.
Now, where's your picture of Robert from Plumquick?
We've actually been having a debate amongst the group about which one's the most effective marketer.
You need to stop talking.
I would go to parlaycollective.com
That has never happened.
and try to figure that out.
Now go fill out our poll question today.
Do we call this audio sports?
Absolutely.
From
So we're going to start with sideline stuff because we also got Von Miller.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
We had that Von Miller press conference. Cut that up a little bit.
Yeah, we it's awesome, dude, because if you stand in the right place, which is basically right in between the two fields, and the cadence of the scrimmage lines up correctly, you're watching a play and then a play and then a play and then a play, and it's just back and forth, and it's back and forth. And I will tell you, we were standing right there when George Pickens caught like yet another no chance YOLO ball. I mean, I just feel like we don't really realize how much Dak has never had a guy like that until last year. And maybe last year they dipped their toes into it. Feels like he was involved quite a bit, but I don't know, man. Like, guys who are out here all the time are like, this guy's on another level right now.
I don't know
freak showing.
Which
Pickens?
one's like the
Yes.
better receiver, but Pickens is whatever. It's not a competition. They're all great. The feel whenever you're by him, watching him play football is different than anyone else they have on the team.
Yeah, it's legit. It's very exciting.
Well, and it's
For
interesting
now.
the way they, for now, but they have him on it's another prove-it deal, but he seems to be on board with it, and his agents are even like, yeah, hey, how about this? Just go kick ass. You won't believe the contract you're going to get this offseason. Kick ass. Don't have another Vegas incident. Like, just show that because if he can display, hey, when he got paid, he's even better. He stepped it up more and became more serious.
Kept the main thing the main thing.
The main thing that will be a 5-year deal for
200?
200 minimum, right?
Sure.
40.
Yeah.
They'll start at 40.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And he's really only had one season like last season. Like last season is the top of his career, right? So if you do that a second, most guys in the franchise tag, you probably already know what kind of deal you're getting. It's a pretty small window.
That's very true.
If he gets hurt in game one, I guess everyone knew on the franchise tag if he get hurt. But I think he could add more money than a lot of players in a franchise tag situation, which is probably a factor in why he's so comfortable playing for it.
Well, Dak broke his leg on the tag and still got a deal.
Yeah.
Quarterback and certain injuries.
But at least it was a discount, right?
No, he had to make up for lost time.
Certain injuries are. Certain players are. A receiver hurting his knee is a lot worse.
Look at Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
So I was surprised to learn. I guess I didn't remember this. Just looking up Von Miller stuff this morning, that he was tagged twice. Von Miller was.
I don't remember
So-
that at all.
Consecutively?
I believe so. Yeah.
Boy, that second
That's
one
expensive.
must have been a hefty number.
Well, back then, certainly Edge has always been pretty good, but
His entire career, I bet he's been handsomely compensated.
well, we'll get to Von Miller in a minute. But we're walking around the sideline, so yeah, we're looking for whether it's players walking off or when you're with the Dallas Cowboys, there's ex-players all around.
Good Lord, yesterday was.
We saw Sean Lee.
I didn't see Drew Brees, but he was here.
Oh, he was?
I was
Yeah.
looking for him, but he was here.
He was pushing Advocare to the fans.
Everywhere you can make a buck,
We did a bunch of fan interviews, so maybe we'll play that stuff tomorrow. But yeah, it was probably the most hopping day at camp, right?
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. Irvin was still here.
The stands were packed, which has not really been the case. The sideline, which we learned they charged $23 for the sideline VIP thing, which I think is pretty low.
It's low. It's worth it. And we heard that like 15 years ago it was $20 or whenever they first started 10
It
or
is
something.
that sideline. I'm going to bet that the
The
areas,
one with the
That-
cover,
the autograph areas,
Probably more.
yeah,
plus it has shade.
yeah.
Yeah, we should have found that out. But we didn't.
I don't even know how to get over there.
Yeah, anyway, it was pretty awesome. And so we see Pacman Jones is walking around.
Yeah.
Taking
And
pictures with Jerry.
Yeah, I'd seen him earlier and was trying to tell you guys, like, hey, dude, he's roaming around out here. He's got a mic.
as many ex-players, not all. I mean, Sean Lee is just walking around being Sean Lee and wanting to give some advice to some young players, maybe even share some with some older players.
I have a Sean Lee. I would like him on our show very badly. Do you know about his company? He works for or part owns a football AI company for coaching, and as best I can tell, it's literally just using Sean Lee's brain to train like a model. He presented at Sloan Sports or something like that.
So you think AI is going to be doing our job soon? Do you feel like Shoddy is in trouble?
I think that it's going to be robots coaching robots, and I think I'm going to love watching it.
But a robot will watch it for you. But you're right. Yeah, he's not doing a pod.
But so Pacman is walking around, like you said, with a microphone.
He's the host of Politely Raw.
That's the name of his. Well, I think he'll tell us here too.
And I think I only know about it from the Andy Dalton stuff that comes up, right? Like that was the big pop of his podcast.
I think that might have been on another one, possibly, like with Julian Edelman.
Okay.
But in any case, I was out here when I first saw that Pacman was here. And then Pacman's kind of waiting, and Jerry comes out. And Jerry walks out towards the field. This is when practice is starting. It's maybe half an hour before practice. Field's pretty empty. And Jerry stops, turns around, and just goes, "Where's Pacman?" And they turn. They go get Pac. They walk him over. They put their arms around each other, and they're talking. And I was standing with Tad, the head honcho. And I just kind of wanted to chat him up after Dan's disastrous interaction with him the other day. We were just standing there, and I was like, so how does this happen? Like, does he tell you, or does he have a guy who tells you? Is it the day of, day before? And he was like, with Irvin now, he's with Netflix, so they've been on this for months. With Pac-Man, it's a little more like, whatever. But he was like, I was like, oh, it's cool to see him talking. And he's like, yeah, we were at like an NFL honors thing a couple years ago, and we saw Pac-Man down there. Jerry and I did. He waved to us, and I figured out how to get him to where we were. He's like, I look back 60 seconds later, and both Jerry Jones and Pac-Man Jones were weeping. He was like, they love each other. It's a real deal. And I mean, we recount that story here, but
I'm so excited to hear that.
It was intense. Like, the two of them really embraced for a long time on the field. And then, we got to talk to them about it afterward.
There's a lot to Jerry.
Yeah.
That's the absolute best stuff.
I told Tad that. I was like, honestly, this is why I can never stop being a Cowboy fan. I don't know if it's good or bad, but this is...
That he, looks at other Hellraisers and he's like, finally, one of us.
Do you think anybody's embracing Patrick Dumont?
Oh, my God, yeah.
And,
or ever has.
Did you have to do that?
Jimmy Haslam?
Weren't we having a good time?
We were, but I'm just trying to illustrate how much we
his parents hugged him as a boy.
Love one man over...
Right. I don't think
Right.
Dumont has kids that hug him like that. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Pac-Man knows.
It's good to see you.
He's right. He has someone else call him.
Right.
Pac-Man is doing what we're doing, though. He's got a microphone, so he's looking to talk to people.
Yeah, he's done with Jerry. He's a plebe now.
And to him, we're not people. To us, he's people.
Well said.
So I wanted to go talk to him, and let's interview Pac-Man. And he, though, was standing outside of – there was a little tiny gangbang of reporters, all with their arms outstretched and either their phone or their microphone or something in the face of George Pickens. George Pickens won't really one-on-one people, but he will stop and talk, and you can just pepper him with questions. So at first, that's where I walked in to hey, let's do that, and we'll just have TC film, and then maybe I'll ask a question. We did it years ago with T.O. But then we see Pac-Man behind the hole. Pac-Man's not reaching out his arm because Pac-Man knows, hey, if George Pickens sees me, I'll get the one-on-one because I'm Pac-Man. So he's way behind the group of people, and I thought, well, let me go back and talk to him for just a minute or so. He will deny me, though. But that doesn't mean we don't get to talk to Pac-Man for a little while. So let's hear Pac-Man here. Hey, man, can we talk to you for a minute for DZTV? Yeah. By the way, love being with TC. We got a camera, and now we have especially with fans, but players don't mind it either. When you throw DZTV out there, it just hits a little different
Could
than
be anything.
certainly different if you're holding a phone and you have nothing around you, you know. Certainly different even if you have like a kind of a microphone set up, but it's clearly just audio. Like when you say the word TV
With a big camera.
with a big camera behind you, all of a sudden, like the fans on the side, everybody's like, hey, you know, they love it. They love it. Pacman, though, he's not going to get swayed by TV, but here we go. Hey, man, can we talk to you for a minute for DZTV? Yeah.
I don't want to steal the show.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wait till you get there.
I wait. He says no. He's waiting for George Pickens.
Does he say I would steal the show?
He says, I don't want to steal. I think he said, I don't want to steal the show. Or,
Yeah.
And he said I would.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like if I start talking to him, yes, that would take the attention from, George Pickens. You going to go ask him some questions?
Down?
Yeah. Are you on one-on-one?
Hey, 13, what's up, buddy?
Tell me this one thing.
Yeah.
How much do you love Jerry?
Words cannot express my love for Jerry. He's been really good to me. I've had all access to everything since I've been a part of Jerry World, but unbelievable.
What do you guys think that means?
It means that he never.
I've had all access
It
to
means if he-
everything.
It means if he wants to come back here, he's good. If he wants to go to the Landry Room when he comes to a Cowboy game, he's good. It's like Michael Irvin talks about when DeMarcus Lawrence went to Seattle and started chirping. Irvin ran right to YouTube and did a 20-minute video and started speaking in John Wick terms. He was like, "Be careful, buddy. We don't want you to be excommunicado. Stay in the family, buddy. This is a long-term thing."
Because do you think
You think Joe Looney has probably played for 4 teams? Anytime he wants to come back here, he's good.
Netflix was like, wow, Michael Irvin, what a show. I'm not even this is just off the top of my own head. I'm just going to hire Michael Irvin to put his podcast on Netflix. Or do you think Jerry might have had some help there?
I think he has help with all of it.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, and I think
Like
Pacman
Jerry
knows
has
that,
Netflix connections. Michael Irvin sees that Netflix is throwing out podcast money. Jerry, give him a quick call for me.
Yeah.
Or just endorse,
I mean, it's
endorse
great
this
point.
move.
it's
and they were
on
like,
the
oh,
same
of course.
scale as what the Mafia does, but it's lower.
Because if Michael Irvin hadn't played receiver at a high level, and you just watch the video Jake's talking about, I don't know that you'd say.
Well, no, any show he's ever done, right? I mean, he's been on the radio. He's
He flipped
not.
out
It's,
at 103.3.
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's never
That's what he means, is he's like, I'm in the family. I'm
right.
good.
And maybe it's not a direct paycheck from Jerry, but Jerry will.
Yeah.
I also love that use of Jerry World. People
Right.
usually say the stadium, but he's talking about the orbit.
Yep.
It's nice.
Yes.
That's the
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Since I've been a part of Jerry World, but unbelievable. I've done a lot for me and my family. Always somebody I can call on.
Like I heard that checks with what I heard. I heard somebody tell me a story that they saw you guys once a couple years ago. You hadn't seen each other in a while. You embraced, and you literally were crying.
Oh, yeah.
Literal tears.
It is, because that's what kind of relationship we got.
Trying to search in my head for could that happen for me seeing anyone?
I'm going to answer that. No.
Like I haven't seen, let's say, my wife in 2 years. Do I? I don't know.
I don't think birth father would do it. You'd be like, what's this about?
Yeah. What do you want?
I can't even, I'm going to just tell you this. He is on one of my accounts. Let's put it like that. So, obviously, the relationship speaks for itself.
What does that mean? Or did I ask him what that mean?
Yeah.
Not
My
really.
one question is,
Oh, no.
I can't say specific,
He's
I don't
on
know.
one of my accounts.
But either he may be, whether it's a co-signing, Matt might know better than us, but an investment situation, maybe a literal will type situation, they're financially connected.
my one question is, do you remember how many punts you caught at camp? One of the
7.
coolest things I've ever
7.
seen. Remember
You
how
were
Did you
done
try
with the
it?
Wade Phillips was
Yeah. But, no, I didn't even try it. I just threw him over at 7. Most I've caught is 8, though.
Hold on. I want to follow up on that, but real quick. let us work in a quick
Qualis Roofing.
sponsor mention. Yeah, Qualis Roofing. We love Qualis. We love the Qualis drone. We did not bring it out here. We're not sure of drone law in California.
Right. You start dealing federal. I don't like that.
But Qualis Roofing is the OG as far as advertisers are concerned. They've had great response from the Dumb Zone listener. And the Dumb Zone listener has had great, value given to them by Qualis.
Qualis testimonial from Dre. Is it Dre? Jay Cranfill. I had these guys come out and replace my roof recently. John and his team did an outstanding job and provide a high-quality product. Much like when Harry put the special set of match tires on Cole's car so he could pass on the outside at Darlington in Days of Thunder, they take that same set of match tires and put them on your roof. 5 stars. QualisGC.com.
Qualis Roofing, we've got drones.
Okay, so what is he talking about here? Jake just said, I loved when you caught all those passes at training camp.
It's Hard Knocks, right?
This is from Hard Knocks. Gosh darn, I don't even know what year it would have been.
2008.
08. Yeah, 08. Here we go. Here's Wade Phillips.
Did you see that?
You can see his face through the audio, too, right? Oh.
Did you see that? Pack. Caught 6 punts, 6 balls. Oh, no, he had 5. He had 5, and he caught another one. Catches it.
6 balls.
He had 6 footballs with none of them touching the ground.
That was amazing.
It was. I mean, he told me 6. He said, I've done 6. And I said, no. Put it under his arm, caught another one, caught another one, 5. We put 3 under this arm, 2 under that one, and catch another one, caught 6. I've never seen anybody do that before.
They said it correctly. Do we have this thing on tape somewhere? I'd love to see it.
Oh, we got Garrett.
Dude, you didn't hear his laugh?
I would love to see it.
That's awesome.
Okay, back to Pacman.
And we talked to that guy.
Man, I was such a fan of his, dude. I was, and who wasn't? But just
Garrett?
no, idiot. But just the dog-ass corner.
Well,
How is he not here longer?
Because he tried to beat up the security guard they gave him.
Yeah, no,
at the Jewel, I think.
Yeah.
Things happen.
My one question is, do you remember how many punts you caught at camp?
Now he's going to. The fishtail grows a little bit here.
Remember how
Did you try 8?
Wade Phillips was.
Yeah, but no, I didn't even try it. I just threw him over at 7. Most I've caught is 8 though.
Wade Phillips has been around football his whole life, and he looked like he'd never seen anything like that. He was like, hey, he caught another one.
Yeah, Coach Phillips. I think that was, and I used to do it all the time just to work on my hands, but nobody was really seeing what I was doing. But yeah, it was good, unbelievable. Coach Phillips was a great coach to me. I enjoyed playing the game, man. So
One thing you guys have in common, I saw a show you did recently. He's not a real big fan of Andy.
We gotta know.
This started with no.
Yeah,
Now we're just 4 questions deep.
That's why I felt like the punt thing was important. Give him a little sucky in.
Every single question was the perfect question to get more questions.
Yeah.
Like, he was excited to talk about Jerry. He was not going to say no to that. Like, he wasn't just going to be like, hey, man, I already told you no to the Jerry question.
Now, I'm no Dan. This is not my game necessarily. This next one, I thought this could go bad. I'm going to bring up a time where he talked negatively about another NFL player. But I was in my back of my mind thinking, I bet everyone hates this guy so much that played with them. I bet he'll go for it.
One thing you guys have in common, I saw a show you did recently. He's not a real big fan of Andy Dalton's career.
Oh, yeah?
Me
We
either.
played that
What's up?
on
All right.
Me either. Me either.
You had some good teams
Why?
out there.
Yeah. Why?
Why for you?
I think he held us back a little bit. He was what he is. I'm nothing against Andy as a person. I love him.
Yeah.
But he's a number 2. He's a good backup.
Yeah.
We found that out.
That's what I
What you
thought,
think?
too. But no,
Yeah.
that was our.
I watch you now. You're pretty blunt when you be talking.
It was the
Dan?
old,
Yeah, who knows?
It was the old. It was that he was done. His prime was not here.
And
prime
even in his
was-
prime, I don't know
yeah,
that he was the best.
I'll totally agree. Love him as a player, though.
Yeah.
Love him as a player.
As a
I mean,
dude.
as a person.
As a person, right.
Yeah, he does throughout this. He'll like treat me with a little reverence, like I think he thinks I'm someone else.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to dissuade him on that.
Is it a dude that I
Or
want?
maybe he's a P1.
Perhaps he's a
Saw the steps video.
a P1.
Yeah.
Maybe he was watching.
Instagram.
Maybe he saw the thing about the. Didn't you say we broke contain yesterday?
Yeah.
The Seattle broadcaster.
Yeah, maybe he's very aware of
He
her.
was laughing at that video.
Hold on, we'll talk about her in a minute.
Is it a dude that I want in a dark alley? No.
Does not want to go to war with Andy Dalton. As I tried telling you guys for years when he was here, and Cowboy fan over here is like, oh no, dude.
That is such a crock of shit.
What are you doing nowadays?
I got my own Politely Raw, Pacman Jones show, where I talk about the same thing you pretty much talk about, sports, and do it my way.
Just BSing?
Yeah, not really BSing. I like to
just
keep
having
it real.
fun, I mean,
Yeah,
whatever.
having the ball, and getting to say it my way. Sorry.
I got to check out your show. So,
Yeah.
what do you guys give opinions on other sports and stuff
Every
too?
sport.
Yeah?
All sports.
What do you got on the WNBA these days?
The WNBA is pretty good right now, I would say, as far as the content. I like the WNBA.
Caitlin or Asia? Who do you have? As far as Asia, is it Asia Wilson?
Asia Wilson is the best player in the league. Like, you can't compare her to Caitlin. You
No?
comparing Caitlin
Oh, I'm just
to
saying.
Asia Wilson?
Yeah.
No way.
If there's a
No way.
division.
You think the league is
You
out
can't-
to
You're in
get-
the deep water now.
You can't
Yeah, you
even compare those two, bro.
Well, I think I'm going to tell him I don't really care.
They let him hack at Caitlin quite a bit, though. Making her earn it.
I can't tell you I've ever watched the whole game, so I just want to argue about it.
The media does a good job of blowing Kate up, but like if you look at the top 5 players in the WNBA, she's not even nowhere near it.
Some say because she's white.
That's not true. There's a lot of white good players in the WNBA.
Like,
Yeah. I said some say. I would never
think he
dream
could-
of saying
they-
anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super nice to run into you, dude.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good luck. Hope your pod blows up, man.
All good.
We'll be tuning in.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
It's true. I will be tuning in.
This is
Pac-Man
why Hillary
Jones.
lost, but he looked great, and I've always known Pac-Man had a booze problem, for sure.
Really?
Yeah, and he in court like
You don't fight your security guard sober.
Yeah, and all the stories, and he would just look. He always kind of looked a little like, and he just looked great.
Draggy.
He looked great yesterday, and I was looking up a story. I think he's probably got about a year, maybe a year and a half. So I think at the end of it, court ordered, but he gave like a testimony in his last sentencing where he's like, "Alcohol has fucked my life up." Like I realized every one of these issues, got sober, and he seemed healthy.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah.
Tad referenced something about it. He was like, Pac-Man's got his thing together now. So it was cool to see him out here.
He was dressed great, and I want to know if Jake got the same stylist, how long before you guys stop giving him crap? You think 2 years in, every single day you're still like laughing at his outfit, or at some point
I'll use
would
the
this
word
become
here. He had
normal?
like platinum silver leather Nikes on. Yeah, I don't know. I think the guys would probably let me have it. Now, if you've seen any photos from training camp yesterday, head coach of the Saints and co-host of the Dumb Zone, Kellen Moore and Dan McDowell, pretty much indistinguishable because Kellen Moore wears shorts. I don't see a lot of head coaches. They usually opt for like wind pants that are kind of joggers, but Kellen Moore wears like this material of khaki short.
They looked like Dan's shorts.
The same brand.
Yeah.
He wears black tennis shoes.
It's a great look.
He wears a gray and black hat and a black T-shirt that says Saints on it. And he has now listen, 58-2, 59-1. This is one of, if not the most successful college quarterbacks of all time. I respect the piss out of Kellen Moore. He also has a very non-athletic posture and stance. And I swear to you, from a distance, sneaky athlete Dan and Kellen Moore, you can't tell them apart.
I like what you're saying here.
And he He doesn't look like a head coach. He doesn't.
I've been compared to so much worse that I'm soaking all of this in.
You should.
Please.
Like Shoddy runs around, you know.
Yeah.
He's a runaround guy. He's not
Try
even
hard.
maybe, but and Kellen Moore is less. Kellen Moore kind of stands there with his back arched, one play sheet in his hand.
Man, it's the dorkiest aura ever, but Shoddy has so much aura.
He's
You
flipping
feel
the
it.
visor front to back. He's
He's
yelling at him, and he doesn't take shit. I'll
the
tell you that.
Communa, whatever it is, part of it is his thing. Like he is the best glad-handing coach in the NFL, right? He's running here. He's running here. He wants to do this interview. He wants to do this. He kind of soaks that all in. Whereas some coaches are like, I'm here to coach football. That's not necessarily what Shoddy's all about. So then it was Von Miller Day yesterday. Von Miller did a press conference here right behind us where we're sitting. And I have a bunch of that audio I want to give to you in a second. But we saw him out on the field. And the thing we were talking about amongst ourselves is, I wonder if Von Miller has ever been to Vons, the grocery store. Is he familiar with Vons?
Now, how much do we have to reset that? Probably not much.
What do you mean?
Transplants and stuff.
I think it's West Coast Kroger, right?
It's owned by Albertsons, but I don't know what Albertsons owns anymore.
Well, I put in my number. It's my Tom Thumb number.
Okay.
I think Albertsons and Tom Thumb might be.
Yeah. So it's Dirty
Okay.
Tom Thumb is what I would call it. Maybe just because of the location. Perhaps there are cleaner Vons.
There are, yeah.
Okay, but not where we go. We go to Dirty Tom Thumb. But it's called Vons, and his name is Von.
Yeah.
I just remember Taco Charlton at one point. Taco Bueno couldn't wait.
Big deal.
To lock him up. And that's all. So now Von Miller, though, it's impossible to grab him one-on-one because he's Von Miller Day. But I noticed he keeps stopping for girls because it was like so media can go out there, but so can friends and family pass wearers.
And not necessarily it's just hot girls. It's just if a girl wants to take a picture, he'll do it. You don't have to be full duck.
But I was thinking it was just girls.
Okay.
And then I saw a guy jump in, and he's like, "Hey, can I get a selfie?" And he was to everybody who asked, "Can I get a selfie?" Of course, smile. It's a quick thing. So then I am holding my microphone. I told TC, "Hey, keep it over here." And I went up to ask him if I can get a selfie. And that's how I got this exclusive.
The first.
Dumb Zone exclusive, one-on-one interview with Von Miller.
Now, who is he saying? Oh, wait. I'll get a picture. Watch. Can I get a quick picture? Yeah. Thanks, man.
Holding
Here's
a
my
microphone.
main man, Von Miller. You ever go to Vons?
Huh? No, in LA.
You know what Vons is?
Yeah, the grocery store. I wish it was.
Yeah, get an ad.
Get an ad.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That was as long as he talked to anybody. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He was guy to guy to guy to guy to guy. So that's all that was available.
You're taking a selfie with him. He thinks you're a fan.
Well, no one took a selfie. He was just filming.
Right. Yet you started with my main man, Von.
Here's my main man, Von Miller. You ever go to Vons?
Dude, he's like, what is happening right now?
It's my main man up there.
And you have
Why
to
are you
say it all
talking?
in the same breath to get it out.
Oh, yeah.
Here's my main man, Von Miller. You ever go to Vons?
Right, because he's
Yes.
he is in a hurry, and he's very close to the exit.
That is the longest one-on-one that Von Miller has done at camp, though.
Here's my main man, Von Miller. You ever go to Vons?
Like, let's just get right to it.
Yep. You don't have a
Let's not
choice.
dance around it. Let's not give him a few options. But we also, of course, also gave him a yes or no question, so we're going to grade that a C.
Seeing him up close, he's got a very distracting tuft of hair on the back of his head.
Oh, that's the new thing. Not how new it is.
He's
but
bald.
People been NFL
But yes,
guys.
a triangle in the back of your head.
Upside down, I think.
Upside down triangle is like
Illuminati.
that pineapple thing.
I don't know.
Misplaced landing strip?
I think I think as some of the audio we're going to play will indicate, there's some Space Cadet to Von Miller.
Okay, I got a lot of Von Miller audio besides the exclusive one-on-one that no one else has that you just heard. And this Von Miller.
Was it tough for you to not let him know? Because he seemed to think there wasn't one around here.
Oh, no, I'll meet you there. There's one down the street.
You, deep wired, are aware. It's just 10 minutes away.
Very aware. Very aware. Plum Quick will bring us this audio. Plum Quick is our title sponsor for being out here at Cowboys training camp. Cowboy camp coverage. All of those words start with a C. Cowboy camp coverage brought to you by Plum Quick.
Let me talk to you about
the home member. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'll do it. The home membership.
Burbling up my my chest.
You might need some plumbing there. Right?
There you go.
They'll come out. They'll give you the whole home inspection. They flush your standard tank water heater, give you a drain cleaning, one camera inspection a year. They'll also give you priority
I'll
scheduling.
clean your drain
for this. I know you will. 10% off repairs up to $500. You save money. You get yourself peace of mind. There might be little things piling up plumbing-wise at your house, and you're like, it's whatever. You get the Plum Quick home membership. They'll have all that taken care of, and they can fix it before it becomes a massive problem and you're flooded. 469-331-3669. The reviews, they've been rave.
Boffo. I got one the other day that said Boffo.
PlumQuickCompany.com, 469-331-3669. Thank you, Plum Quick.
Okay, so Von Miller, press conference, and the way they opened it made me think of another piece of audio that's not Von Miller related at all, and I'm going to play it for you. Here's the open.
How special of a moment is this for you, being from obviously DeSoto and now playing for your hometown team?
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like that movie Inception, like a dream within a dream. You know, I always wanted to play in the National Football League, and then you play for the Dallas Cowboys. You know, we're just going deep. We're going deep with it. You're 16, dream within a dream. It's super cool. I mean, being here, I know a lot of guys already. Know a lot of coaches too. Being here, being in this atmosphere is surreal.
My goodness, where's my dream within a dream audio I wanted to play with you? Let's see if it's right here. You know what I'm thinking of, though, when I hear that? Or no?
Just treat this like it's the end of the news.
Do you know what I'm thinking of?
I'm going to say John Radigan.
The greatest layout ever in sports was when John Radigan was the Rangers announcer, and he was replaced during the season by Dave Barnett, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
Which is a pretty unprecedented
Then what happened
move.
to him?
And
in front of the show.
So John Radigan, he was basically fired, but then brought back to be the sideline guy.
Where
this was his first return. He's back on the broadcast now. Here we go.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. Coming up on Rangers Live, we've got all kinds of analysis from Steve Busby. We're going to hear the Ron Washington press conference, and, of course, we will bring you the very latest on the Rangers' activity in the draft today. You know, Tom, I had the strangest dream that I was sitting up there with you for a while, but you know what? I was living the dream before the dream. I'm back on the Rangers Live set now, guys, and back to you.
Strike one to Austin Jackson.
Rads is a bigger man than I am. I thought you were going to play. I don't even know if this will play, but just asking him that question, I guess you have to. But pull me up, Blake, and see if this goes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a very
Okay, that's not it. Never mind. But just asking it, like when Norm asked Connor Williams, like, did you grow up a Cowboy fan? Is this a big deal? It's like, yeah.
Obviously, we could have made fun of that for being, yes, obviously, yeah. But you're going to get a lot of that here.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're going to get, what Von Miller is going to be 37 years old. For context, I believe DeMarcus Ware retired after his age 34 season. And so, hey, Von Miller, what do you have left?
I mean, I can still play football. I can still play football, but I can still contribute in other ways. On my Super Bowl teams, it's not just one person that gets it done. I think you can say what you want to say about my my play on the field and what I got left. When it comes to being a great teammate, like if it was a Hall of Fame for that, like I'm going on the Hall of Fame first ballot. To be honest, it's not.
Do you feel that Von Miller has confidence?
Yeah, I do.
Sort of dipping his toe in.
C.J. Wilson.
Seeing how it feels.
Yeah.
It's the sort of thing that I think to myself, but I would never say out loud. But I guess if you're him and you've been like in a just add water, although DeMarcus Ware is the reason they want, not the reason, but he was like the over the top type thing. But you can see how in Von Miller's mind,
Von Miller was a better player than DeMarcus Ware that year.
I know. I'm just saying he'd been there a while, and
yeah.
So
adding a second Von Miller is a good idea.
But then you add him to the Rams and they win. In his head, he's like, I'm pretty good at this.
Yeah.
Later in the press conference, he would say this.
I like to think that I got charisma and I'm charming. I like to think I love to talk. This is the easy part about playing football. Football is the hard part.
A lot of over laughter, yes, but he's very cocky, very confident. Back to what does he have left?
I'm going on the Hall of Fame first ballot. To be honest, it's not. I'm probably the best teammate that ever played in the National Football League, and I say that with
ever.
What? How can you say that?
What about Bronco Nagurski?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with like
Homo.
I'm gonna go with like Everett McIver for not like running a legal case against the Cowboys when Michael Irvin stabbed him, or any number of other guys.
There
but whatever.
have to be guys that have like donated kidneys to teammates.
Right. Yeah. What about Brian Piccolo or whatever?
Yeah.
Ever played in the National Football League, and I say that with all confidence in the world. My ability to get people around me to play at a level that they wouldn't normally play at, like I don't think nobody does that like me. And I said,
that's an interesting thought. Just I did look at the Washington Commanders last year, and they seem to have a lot of defensive problems. But maybe they would have had
that's
way
one of
worse.
my that's one of my least. At least you qualified it there, because I was going to be one of my least favorite Dan moves.
Well, he said it, not me.
No, but yesterday it was, Sean Leader sure was a great leader and player. That's why they won all those Super Bowls.
Well, I mean, if you're going to say,
like there are guys
hey, I went to the Rams and they won the Super Bowl. See, I make people around me better. You might then have to say, oh, okay, where else have you gone?
What if he took you from a 93 overall to a 94, and that's what it took to win the Super Bowl?
All right.
And Washington from a 70 to a 72, but they still sucked. I don't know.
All confidence in the world. My ability to get people around me to play at a level that they wouldn't normally play at, like I don't think nobody does that like me. And I said the other day that I can contribute 10 to 15 plays. That's without even being on the field. So you got a game that you play 50 snaps, 60 snaps, something like that. I can win 10 to 15 of those without me being even on the field, without my play, just by my knowledge of the game and getting everybody else to play at a level that they wouldn't normally play at. So
what a claim.
Whether it's the defensive coordinator, defensive line, young guys, like I can contribute in so many different ways to win games. And that's not even talking about the type of player that I still believe that I am.
That's something.
Yes, not a lack of confidence. He will not fail because of a lack of confidence.
And it's important to note, he's not being asked to do anything close to what he did for the first decade of his career. If you look at his snap counts for his 10 years in Denver or 8 years in Denver, he's playing almost 1,000 snaps a year. About 900 to 1,000 snaps a year. And it's usually a breakdown of 500 or 600 pass rush snaps and 300 or 400 run defense snaps. The last 3 years, he averages about 350 snaps a year, not 900 or 1,000. And he's not out there for run defense really at all. 70 snaps in 2024, 75 run snaps. I mean, he's out there for about 4 to 5 run snaps a game.
So he's here just to get sacks.
To get pressure,
and sacks. So he's asked he's going to talk about what goes into getting a sack.
It's some things that pass rushers do that take a lot of athletic ability, and it's some things that's all mental and intelligence too. Just knowing where I fit on the pass rush, who I'm working with, time of the game, what offensive coordinator I'm going against, tendencies from offensive linemen. Those are things that don't take any athletic ability. So I can walk into 8 of those.
8. Yes, he was quoted elsewhere. He said he could fall out of bed and get 6 sacks or something like that. And then he was asked about that yesterday, and that was his.
I mean, in Buffalo in 2023, he had 207 pass rush snaps and 0 sacks.
Well, he didn't fall out of bed that time.
No,
and he only had 17 pressures that whole year,
asleep.
so it's not. I mean, it wasn't just the sacks.
Well, he probably made all the other players around him a lot better.
Maybe, but I think people expecting him to be a double-digit sack guy are nuts. Absolutely,
he just
nuts.
does 9 again. That's huge.
I want him to help their defense.
So who's your pass rushing 4 now? Miller, Ezeraku, Gary, Quinnen?
Well, you mean like just on a pass rushing down?
Let's just say 2-minute drill. Who are the 4 you're sending out on your defensive line?
It's probably. Did you say Gary,
Ezeraku, and Quinnen?
Probably.
Von Miller? Not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. And if you got to bring one of them off and put Kenny Clark in the middle there are worse options. Because a lot of teams are trying to keep you, playing the run and the pass now. I wonder how much more of that NASCAR package shit we'll even see, where you're like, all right, let's just get 5 guys to stand up and run right at the quarterback.
Yeah, I
like
guess
Dallas was doing 3-4 years ago. I don't know.
Does this just seem bigger because it's the Cowboys too? Because here's just some headlines online. Cowboys COO Stephen Jones sounds off on blockbuster Von Miller signing.
Blockbuster.
Yeah,
Cowboys Von Miller signing is more proof Jerry Jones is turning back the Super Bowl clock.
Okay.
And then Von Miller told Donovan Ezeraku he wants to be his DeMarcus Ware.
I think Donovan Ezeraku is going to be a real factor.
Turning back the Super Bowl clock is when, of course, you did acquire Charles Haley, who was like a current, like he was in his prime.
Yeah.
And then you landed Charles Haley. And it's like, wow, that's awesome. To be his DeMarcus Ware, if we were to look at DeMarcus Ware, and when did he join the Denver Broncos? Yeah. He joined them after Von Miller was already like an All-Pro, not just a Pro Bowler. And then he joined him at the end of his career, and that complemented it quite well. Whereas Donovan Ezeraku has played 1 year and had 2 sacks. So it's almost unfair. But it's certainly not the same thing as DeMarcus.
Ezeraku's other stats were way bigger than 2 sacks.
Yeah, but I don't want to fight this
Just
fight
saying,
again.
was he a Von Miller?
There's a difference in the situation, yeah, but that's every comparison you've ever made. It's a big difference.
It's
bigger than normal.
It's a very, very big difference to say I want to be your what DeMarcus Ware was to me. It's just different.
I think he
and
just
it's
means
also
you're a guy who's has a real chance at being very good. I still have a lot to teach you, and that's a big part. I mean, Micah would say that he learned a lot, even off the field, from DeMarcus Ware.
It's a good signing. It's a very low risk, really low money if you look at it in the grand scheme of things. It is not trading for Myles Garrett. If you want to say we're turning back the Super Bowl clock or we're really going all, block, but that would be Myles Garrett. Or Von Miller 10 years ago.
And I realize this is not as sexy to write the headlines about, but if we are truly going to keep the main thing, the Cowboys hired Christian Parker and Clayton Adams. Those are the 2 weirdest things, the most out of, like, I can't believe the Cowboys are doing this thing. Signing Von Miller at 37 is not, it's really not that out of character at all.
And when you're talking about Myles Garrett trades, I don't know. All those headlines you just read, the writers are very invested in making this seem like a bigger deal than it is. And Jerry has those same pressures of he likes for the things he says to be talked about a lot. But 2 days ago, whenever he was talking to the media, they asked him about what he had said in the opening press conference of, like, is there a big trade coming? And he was absolutely enthusiastic to do the dance that, we're doing a lot of talking. He's definitely discussing something with someone about, I don't know if it's Myles Garrett sized, and I don't know if it'll happen. But he wants to trade future assets for current assets because he's excited about this team.
Yeah, because they do still have some pretty glaring, number one, you don't really know how good the pass rush is going to be. And then number two, that really would expose a weak secondary if you don't have much of a pass rush at all, right? So there are plenty of places they could make a move.
A number one corner where every single other guy gets to now move from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3
would be huge.
Yeah.
Does this mean Max Crosby couldn't get done?
Yeah, Max Crosby's out now, right? I would say.
But that might have been something Jerry was hinting at.
Yeah.
Yeah. More confidence from Myles Garrett, or just he was talking about his time.
Von Miller.
I'm sorry, Von Miller. He was talking about his time when he was at Texas A&M.
I was the first guy in the locker room. I was the last guy to leave. I controlled the aux cord, I DJ'd in the locker room. I told jokes, I told stories. And it just, my love for my teammates started at Texas A&M, and then it went over to the Denver Broncos, and you just build on that.
Is Shoddy just clapping?
Yeah.
We got to get a joke teller in here, guys.
Same guy.
Do you want to?
And that's so Aggie. Imagine being the most Aggie in the Aggie locker room.
All right, I have a way to end this, but this is not it. First, I want to see if I can. What's your power level at, and could I see it go down in rapid fashion? Could I see Blake's life force drain from his body? Let me play you a question.
Hey, Vaughn, Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. I'm going to fast forward just a little bit.
Please fast forward.
Before you know it. Can you just...
He goes, the season will be here before you know it. Or September 20... Wait.
September 20th will be here before you know it.
Okay, so this is the question.
Can you just kind of talk about what you think your emotions are going to be in that moment, how surreal it's going to be walking on the AT&T Stadium field in a Cowboys uniform, and then looking across and seeing the Washington Commanders?
Yeah, I mean, that's the second game of the season. First game is the Giants, right? I mean, the only teams that really get that emotional response for me is the Denver Broncos.
That was a weird question.
I'm going to defend Patrick Walker here.
He was maybe going for a home game.
I thought he was going for first home game in a Cowboys uniform, and the way the media loves to push the story that I already have in my head onto you. We did it with Malachi Lawrence, right? Was that the pick
He stayed?
That they were like, you stayed because you just were so loyal. He's like, actually, I had some crappy years, and nobody was really offering me anything to leave. That's why I stayed. Like, oh, okay. So it's
but are
clearly
you
your tears will be running down your face after you grew up here, and then you're going to play for the Cowboys, and then you're going to walk onto that stadium. But the fact that it was against the team you played on last year, kind of. I'm defending Patrick Walker for. I think Von Miller thought he meant the emotions of. How will I see that Redskins uniform or Washington uniform, and will I be able to hold it together?
That's why you can't put it in the question. You don't include that part of the question.
Yeah.
You just say when you get out there at AT&T Stadium playing in Dallas, you're at home.
Right.
But when you include and you see the Redskins over there, it's confusing.
Yeah.
And how quickly did you ask that question?
No, it wasn't
the fast
false
forward.
advertising in the beginning. And then here's one that I think Von Miller is going to overtly say this is kind of a bad question.
Jeff Holt with Fox 4, Vaughn, welcome. When you think about your lifelong fandom, your dad's fandom, obviously you've had the Super Bowl wins with two different franchises, but for the lifelong fan in you, what would it mean to help this franchise end the Super Bowl?
Well, it's great. I think that question is kind of it answers itself. It's the Dallas Cowboys.
Did he want to say dumb?
Yeah, I mean,
the question is kind of.
He's like, yeah, it would mean a lot. Yeah, it'd be pretty great. Okay, and then this really was something I had never heard before from Von Miller. But he made a couple of points to put this in there, and then I want us to discuss it. So he is, well, here it is.
I'm a fan of football in general. Like, my dream is to be a GM, front office exec, director of player personnel. And when you have that dream, you got to love football, and you got to love the players that make it happen.
That he wants to be a GM?
Yeah. Had you heard that before?
No.
He said it a couple times.
I feel like the things that I've learned over time is, how to build great teams. That goes against, that goes with, my want to be, a GM or front office personnel, team president. It's things that go into building great teams. And for me, that's all I want to do. I just want to help everybody around me be the best possible coach, player, athletic trainer possible.
Okay.
That makes me feel a lot more optimistic about the signing, because a lot of guys, whenever they're at the end of their career, you ask, like, are you going to go into coaching? They're like, do this crap every day?
Yeah.
Don't think so.
Well, that's probably why.
He's still got the
He's
fight.
thinking GM and to be. I once knew Brett Hull pretty well, and I talked to Doug Armstrong, who was the GM, and he had talked to Brett Hull while he was still a player or something, and he was like, what do you want to do after? And he was like, yeah, I want to be a GM. I want to do trades and stuff. He actually got to be the GM, made a few trades and stuff, but then there was a lot more that went into it. And
I just think he's talking about it from like I want to focus. I want to be watching film. I want to be like the way that every time he was
Team
bringing
building.
it up, it was like player evaluation.
But it was about team building. I know how to build a team. I know.
Yeah.
So I know how to look at rosters. I can evaluate rosters, and I can make decisions. He's basically saying that he would be a good GM. He's be good at everything else. Let's then fast forward to the very end of the press conference. And he's talking about last year when he was a free agent.
For me, last year, I had 2 offers, right? I had 2 contract offers from...
Can you keep in your mind, by the way, did I tell you that we just stemmed off of he wants to be a GM? Okay, sorry.
For me, last year, I had 2 offers, right? I had 2 contract offers from 2 totally different teams. It was the Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks. And for me, at that moment in time, the best choice I felt for me was to go to the Washington Commanders. They had Jaden Daniels. I always been a fan of DQ and, Laramie Tunsil and all those guys they had over there. And I made that choice and I made the decision. I wouldn't say that it was a mistake or anything like that. That was the decision that I made. And then you go through the season and you look over and the Seattle Seahawks win it. So this year I really wanted to be intentional with.
I'll let the rest of this play, but
so why'd you choose the Cowboys?
You guys.
Well, he's going to get into it, but
I don't know. This is a bad
point
bit.
is, well, no, it's not a bad bit. He just said I want to be a GM, and well, then what? Tell us about last year's offseason. You could have lied. You should have lied. But he then said, I looked at these 2 rosters and said, this is the one that's better. And this will be a better season.
People
It's
keep underestimating Sam Darnold.
Because I evaluate players.
If they
and
pulled
teams.
28 out of 32 GMs last year, they would have said the Redskins have a better roster. That's why they had the 6th best odds to win the Super Bowl last year, and the Seahawks had like the 18th. This is what I'm saying, is that this is a bad bit. We're
if
doing
you got
like,
that,
look, see, you said this is big. It's obvious, right? He's just going with the crowd, and we're just like, am I crazy here? Or is this like
if he keeps
so
going with the crowd,
you
he's
want a
never gonna
GM
build.
that'll just kind of go with the crowd and not really
No, but I'm not going to nail a guy for saying he doesn't know what he's talking about when he's just saying what everyone thought at the time. And maybe it's just because I think we have a weird job where we just say this stuff and not like anybody comes back and is like, what about this? Even like a week later, we're like, haha.
I haven't gotten anything wrong like that.
I mean, yeah. So like last year, the Commanders had the 7th best odds to win the Super Bowl. You may recall the Seahawks and the Patriots combined had the worst odds of any Super Bowl champions ever, or conference champions ever.
I could kind of see it though, I could feel it coming.
Yeah, once they added DeMarcus,
I guess all y'all could.
DeMarcus.
I feel like I'm not.
So this year I really wanted to be intentional with.
He's already talking Cowboys right there.
He knows
the decision that I made and what team that I went to, and it's crazy because I ran into Dak in Vegas probably like a month ago, Yeah, he was sitting in
I'm
the high
worried.
limit gambling. I just sat down with.
Hold on. I think he says he's in the high.
Yeah, he was sitting in the high limit gambling. I just sat
High
down
limit?
with
Yeah.
Dak, and we just started gambling together and talking. And I was like, hey, man, y'all, it's about time for Dak. It's about time. You know, you got to break through one of these teams. You got to break through one of these years. I think this year you'll be able to do it. Like, you got everybody to do it. And that was, I didn't have any inkling on, you know, being a Dallas Cowboy. They just happened naturally. And then the Cowboys reached out, and I was just like, bro, this is a sign. Like, this is a sign for me. And, you know, we worked on it, talked to some other teams. But ultimately, you know, my love for the Dallas Cowboys, my chicken farm is here, my family's here. Just by being a
That's
Dallas
what's up.
Cowboy and wearing that star, it was beneficial to me and my family. And that's what ultimately made the decision for me.
He's trying to play by his chicken farm.
Okay, so that explains another thing. I didn't
Yes.
play the audio, but
Yeah.
Wait, real quick. Add this to Jake's list of why Dak is going to just ball out this year.
No doubt.
This time last year, he's running out with his kids and his fiance,
Film
trying to
something
plan a
with
wedding.
Dude Perfect.
This year, he's sitting at high-limit tables gambling in Vegas.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I do think it would be the terrible part of Dak's life is that every time you're running into an NFL player, they're saying, so I noticed you don't have any playoff success.
this is your year.
I bet this will be great. I would not want to talk about constantly how little playoff success I
Like,
had.
it's not just the media. It's the players are actually coming up to you going, hey, man, it's time for you to break through, dude.
And that was a big
How
sign.
long are you going to play?
I bet he ran into half the NFL that weekend. It's an off-season weekend in Vegas. But this was the big sign.
Yeah. No, he was talking about negotiating with Hunter Lipke for the number, and he promised him free chicken. Was it for light?
For
or
life.
Even if it doesn't work out, that's just how it's supposed to be. I'm not gonna get caught up in a number, but I did make some offers to him already that he can't. I feel like he can't really, you know, come off of those. I think, you know, a lifetime supply of chicken, I do it. So
Nice. That'd be a great quill to have.
A lifetime supply of chicken. Like,
There's
what does that
no-
mean? Is this like one of those contests where you get just one meal a week? And they're like, oh, no, you get free chicken for a year.
Unlimited chicken.
Or is it
There's no way you see the end of that tunnel. 4 years from now, Hunter Lipke, hey, Vaughn, can I get my shipment?
No, I bet you I bet you he has a company, and I bet you there are people
got
that
a
have
farm.
already signed up, and
But-
they do this for. You're a half cow buyer.
Yeah.
But why, if you're at 37 years old, though, he had to wear different numbers at his other stops. Why is it here that all of a sudden is Hunter Lipke like, wait, why now? He went to Buffalo. He didn't get them to change the number.
Again, I think this is bad GMing by Von Miller. Why doesn't he wait for 2 weeks until Lipke gets cut, and then he can have the number for free?
Why do you try to make Jake mad? I don't try to make him mad. He just
So he won't wear 58 because he won't wear anything he wore with the Broncos.
Is that the deal?
Yeah.
Because it's really weird. He has a number he cares so deeply about, and it's not the one that'll be retired by a team.
Yeah. But I guess I you know what, I don't know.
Did he wear? He wore 40 at A&M.
No, he was a little number at A&M, wasn't he?
Okay.
Two?
I was trying to remember
point three.
his A&M years. Or was it just
40.
the disappointing ones?
40.
Yeah. 58 Broncos. There you go.
He wanted 12, but they wouldn't let him have it.
Let's do some viewer mail. Or do we have? Oh, we have other sports. Do you want to do that after? What's our?
Why don't we take a quick break?
Now?
Well, we're an hour and 15 in. We usually break at 50. So do you want to start another topic at 7 minutes, or do you want to break?
Why is he so tense? We're in
I'm just
California.
asking.
We're
You took
having
the
fun
Lipke.
here.
75
and I
degree-
just-
that
Took
was,
the Lipke shots. It's building up
but he
tension.
wasn't
it's
listening.
going to come out.
I don't think he
He's
registered
always
that.
listening.
Yeah, you're right.
James Harden.
James Harden had his jersey number retired by a Houston strip club after he spent $1 million in one night.
Chuck Knobloch.
Chuck Knobloch once had the yips, threw a ball into the stands, and hit Keith Olbermann's mom in the face.
Do you like sports, entertainment, and obsessively noting the minor transgressions of famous people? You'd be at home with The Dumb Zone.
Gary's trying to find you something from his limited inventory. Fair Lease is focused on finding the vehicle that's right for you. Already know what you want? Great. If not, tell us what's important. technology, safety, fuel economy, and we'll provide unbiased guidance on today's best lease vehicles. So it's up to you. Go to the dealership and buy for 40 or 50% more. I'm sure Gary will get you a deal. Or reach out to us. We'll do all the work and get the lowest haggle-free price. Experience the fair lease difference today.
At Flooring Direct, we have meet or beat pricing. No need to shop around. You're already getting the best pricing from us. Rick Renner from the DFW's most highly rated flooring company, Flooring Direct. Whether it be carpet, LVP, SBC, tile, laminate, hardwoods, or granite countertops, we have a price matching guarantee. And many styles we have in stock in town, and we can install yesterday. Well, maybe not yesterday. How about tomorrow? Book today.
Our pros are the nicest. We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
This is the best time to get your pool cleaned. It's spring. I mean, everybody's getting ready to jump in the pool. I'm sure you guys did some of that this weekend.
I've only had one cleaning done, so this is all I can speak to. But I will tell you that no BS. My wife came home and said, this is the cleanest our pool has ever been. And we had a guy, and it's about the same price. I thought he was doing an okay job, but I don't know him at all. I mean, whatever, it's just a guy. I'm sure he's a fine guy, but whatever you guys did, it definitely was noticeable, like very noticeable.
Well, I heard there was problems with your filter you didn't even know about.
We might have had a little bit of a Dan previous roofing company or whatever, because they had left some stuff that was a real problem.
No,
they were just kind of ignoring.
No, I saw your guy noticed it. I was at Jake's house too. Out of the spigot or whatever,
shooting stuff back out into my pool.
Yeah, it was shooting like the leaves back into the pool.
Yep.
So I was like, wait, we just vacuumed this out and now it shoots it right back in. So it was like, obviously there was a hole in the system, but
he took care of it.
Your old guy did not notice that. And these guys noticed it right away. Same thing.
Shout out Thomas.
My wife usually does the cleaning and stuff. And she, our other pool company, our old one, because we now signed up with Puddle Pools. puddlepools.com/dumbzone. Dumbzone. Okay, my bad.
That's all good.
I think I erroneously said that earlier then. That's way better. puddlepools.com/dumbzone.
Are you having to resort to drinking extreme energy drinks all day just to get by? Are you dealing with brain fog throughout the day? Are you putting on unwanted weight? Feel like you're in a rut? Want more out of life? And need a reset to start making healthy decisions? Having a little trouble in the bedroom? Things not exactly looking up? Having some trouble getting the bishop to move more than one space at a time? Is your penis broken? Then come to Game Day Men's Health. 12 DFW locations. GameDay.dumbzone.com.
But I got this email literally this morning from Anson, who wanted to shout out Travis and his team at Community Mechanical. So anyway, he had another HVAC company. And he said there was a part that needed fixed, but the labor would be $4,000. And turned off my heater and gas for safety reasons, and then said it'll be 2 weeks for them to replace it.
Sweet.
So he said he was already planning on calling ComMech. And then he says in parentheses, I've shortened community mechanical.
Yes,
anyway,
he has. We'll let him own that one.
For an alternate quote, but also to see if they might have a better response time. Now he says, everything I've heard about this company on your podcast is true. I called the office, left a voicemail, had a return call within 5 minutes. Explained the situation. The lady I spoke to gave me emails for both Drew and Travis, asked I explain it to them. I sent all the info, including photos of my equipment. I put in the subject line that I'm a Dumb Zone listener that needs help. They call me 9 minutes later. They gave a ballpark estimate over the phone. It was a quarter of the price the other company quoted me. They sent one of their technicians to the supply store a couple hours later to get the parts. They have the parts in hand. They were at my house 8:30 a.m. the next morning to complete the work. And really, he goes on, there's a lot longer thing where they also discovered like a gas leak that was in his, because his wife had smelled. Anyway, he says they're the real deal. They have a customer for life. You have my permission to use my name, all that kind of stuff. But we've gotten tons of these, though.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Just to know that people are they're saving people from the cold, from getting ripped off, and they're our boys.
Yeah,
I'm proud of
it's,
them.
communitydfw.com and the number that you can call or text. Tell us about Try It real quick. Why did they come out to your place?
So Jeremy came. So of course I listen to the Dumb Zone, and I sent him a text message and said, "Hey, I bought a house, and I would like y'all to come and try to fix. I think it's off the tracks. There's an issue." And they came out and actually quoted out a new door, and it was a lot less expensive than I thought it was going to be. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's incredible." I ended up with a really beautiful door, and it's insulated. So the custom garage that I'm putting in will actually be protected. And we got the new motor and everything. It connects to the Wi-Fi. It's incredible. And it was a lot less expensive than I thought it was going to be. And I've actually referred them, because of what I do for a living, to several of our clients that when they are buying a house and they bought a house, they were like, "Oh, this garage is just trash." And I was like, something that will pay for itself many, many times over is a brand new garage door and a new motor, hooks up to the Wi-Fi. So if you leave the house, you can close it. And I'm so glad that we did it. It's incredible. So that's my little piece there. So thank you, Trident. Y'all did an incredible job.
Is somebody in there? Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Sir.
I don't know if I'm okay.
Can you get out for me?
I'm hurting. Let me get my phone. I gotta call somebody.
All right. Yeah, we're calling Eliana.
Before you call the insurance company, call Frankel first. Frankel and Frankel. Call 214 or 817 all threes.
We met Robert. This is, listeners to this show know that I claim to have really had the idea for most modern tech. Not credited for it, but when he explained the concept of the business to me, I'm like, man, I've been waiting for this my whole life. We would usually go to New Mexico once a year, maybe sometimes twice a year, maybe we'd skip a year, but it's not enough to really get the feel for it. It's enough to be fine, but you're like, God, if I could just do this at home occasionally, like you could get so much more enjoyment out of it so that you're not paying for lessons when you go to the mountain, which are insane once you get there price-wise. Yeah, and you're not wasting your rental time, and you're not falling down the mountain for like one of your $300 a lift ticket days. Like
exactly.
It's just it's a actual need that ends up saving you money and headache on the other end of it. Like I've caught the bad end of this my whole life, and so the fact that it when you mentioned it, I'm like, man, this is really really smart.
Yeah, I mean, it's surprising that hadn't been done yet, because it's definitely, there's a huge demand. I mean, we have in the peak season we have wait lists. Like you said, I mean, for children or just beginner adults, like if you're going to the mountain, it's cold, windy, you got all this gear on and everything, then you're trying to learn to ski, or and you got your parents yelling at you, and so it's just it makes it so much easier for the kids. I get parents sending me videos all the time of their kids that did a lesson with us, and they're like doing great, going down the bunny hill on their own. And if you have, once we get kids a little older, they're a little more, athletic. I've had 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds that have never skied. They'll come and do like a few private lessons, and they're out doing green trails right away. So it's really, it really works. It's really cool. So it's been fun. And we're looking to expand that as well, opening in Houston and opening on, Fort Worth as well, side of the DFW. So, because there's just, why not learn here indoors, comfortable, before taking your children to the mountain?
The Dumb Zone.
Pacman, what's up? It's your boy Computer, 36 Mafia, Hollywood. You remember me? MTV.
Oh, you is, man.
What's up, man? Big fan, you all right?
Yeah, just cool.
I'm down here working for the ticket. I just want to interview you right quick.
What's up?
Not much. Yeah, how camp going today?
Oh, we're going pretty good, man. Just out here maxing, getting it done, man. Chilling. Football season now.
I already
focusing.
know. I already
Hard
know.
work.
I'm so glad to have you down here with us. Well, I've been pulling to get you down here, and then it happened. I was so excited.
Oh, man, I'm happy to be here, man.
Me and the Cowboy Nation, we all love you.
Oh, yeah.
We'll support you 100%.
That's what it do, man.
121%. All day, every day.
That's what it do.
So how's it been going? How's the transition?
It's going pretty good. For the most part, man, coming from Tennessee and Atlanta. I've been in Atlanta, but I love it. I don't see myself nowhere else.
Oh, no.
I'm here to stay.
That's home, yeah.
Yeah.
Get like a second and third contract. You hear that? Jerry got ready to do another contract. Don't lock him in.
Lock me in.
Lock him in. Do another piece of commercial.
What the rest of the fellas?
Paul, they was out here last week down in Atlanta doing a concert tonight.
Yeah.
And then they'll be back to L.A. Friday. And we got a party at the Playboy match Saturday night.
Y'all keep it in the road, big homie.
All right. Nice meeting you. See you again.
Yep.
We'll stay in touch, though.
Take it easy.
Okay.
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
Did they stay in touch? We can find out.
I bet that wasn't the last time they talked.
So, unfortunately, Jake, we're going to have to go back to DFW. And when we get back, we have a week of stuff next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday at Cane Rosso at the Star in Frisco. Because we don't want to go too far away from the Cowboys.
Right.
So we'll go back there. And then next Thursday, we're going to be at a Half-Price Books.
$4 book for just $2.
Let's see.
$10.
The one, which Half-Price Books, Jake? Or Blake?
The one off Northwest Highway in 75? The big one? Yeah, the flagship.
Flagship.
Yeah.
Kind of
That's the one I used to live by.
Capital of the world.
Anyway, so we'll be there with a guy who has been on our show before. His name is M.F. Hamlin.
Of the Bills.
That is his...
It's Ken Hamlin. DeMar Hamlin.
Anyway, he's an author. Remember the book Skinny Dipping at Low Tide?
I do.
Kind of about the whole GameStop thing.
Yeah.
He's a guy that actually used to work at GameStop. Anyway, he's got a book signing. He'll be there next Tuesday with us.
Thursday.
I'm sorry.
Next Thursday. August 27th.
I don't know what I'm doing. See, AI, TC, you're an idiot. If you think AI can come close to this, next Thursday, we will be at the Half-Price Books on Northwest Highway. Next Tuesday, we'll be at the Star in Frisco at the Cane Rosso. And then, that's all we have to promote right now. We do also, though, have to do a little viewer mail. Beep.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute, Uncle Hotmail. Hey,
This will be brought to us by Community Mechanical. Community Mechanical is our HVAC company. Blake wishes they were here with us to help cool down our Airbnb. But if you have a place where you're waking up with a sweaty eye mask, maybe get one of those little mini splits. They could do that, right?
They can definitely do that. That's what they did for me. So if you've got like a remodel or a build, they should be your first call. But it's not just for that. If you've got any issues at your home at all, communitydfw.com, they'll take care of it. They'll come out, get you set up on that preventative maintenance.
PM.
So that if you do have something that goes wrong later, you're already in the system, they'll take care of you. They'll give you a discount. It is Community Mechanical, 469-667-7290, communitydfw.com.
Get the PM from CM so you can have a non-sweaty BM.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You don't want that to be all sweaty.
No.
Does that happen a lot? Or you
never go like running or something and you come back and all of a sudden... Of course you have. You probably in the mid-marathon went potty.
Yeah.
In the middle of a flag game.
Yeah.
It happens to me.
I'm saying, you're the kind of guy that you'll go potty anywhere.
Lubrication. I have a quick update on the Earth.
What?
What does that mean?
So,
the way it's rotating?
Yeah.
And how fast we can
the
fly
Earth
over it?
spins west to east.
Oh, okay, we get this guy.
No, but
Earth guy.
I did look it up as far as like why flights feel different.
West. Okay.
The main difference here is just the wind. The jet stream. In mid-latitudes, high-altitude winds usually blow west to east, so flights from California to New York are often faster than New York to California. Eastbound gets tailwind, westbound flights get headwind. North-south flights feel different because lines of longitude converge towards the pole. And you're not flying over like a stationary Earth, so when you look at the globe, it starts to make sense.
See, I was thinking planes might just actually, they don't fly, they just hover. And then they wait for the Earth to rotate under
it. Yeah.
That's how we have China's air, right?
We just waited long enough.
It floats.
But I guess when they're planning routes, I mean, obviously they factor this in. Like, the route is chosen by circle geometry, not by straight direction. So, in any case, I found it interesting.
Got one on Ennis Cantor.
I can't tell if it's a bit now, because I've said something and now.
Right, then it can turn into a bit.
But off air, he was doing it.
But sometimes.
Oh, I forgot to ask Pacman about Enos Cantor.
Yeah, well, again, try to replicate that AI.
And you're going to need to know that name, buddy.
Ennis Cantor?
Yeah, he's probably be the 1-1.
Why? You've told us how he couldn't even be a sixth man of the year.
I can't wait.
He says, gentlemen, I'm going to side with Jake on this one. Competitive women get nasty, and with the S the W deals with against CC, Cantor is going to get his balls slashed, bruised, and battered game after game.
That's a great point.
And how physical will Cantor be able to be? No way he could retaliate back or look macho chest-bumping with Griner. Women will milk fouls, but he will look like a little bitch going to the ground taking a charge.
You can't take a charge.
Do the teammates even pass to him? He says not to mention the insanity he will endure when riding the team bus to the stadium and having to deal with constant missed exits and stopping to ask for directions.
Yep. Right.
That's solid.
His teammate, like, he forgets to get a breakfast bar when he goes down to the lobby for one of them, and they won't pass to him for the next 2 games. They're just freezing him out. He's not ready for this. He's entered a world that could be very unforgiving. I love the foul aspect of it, of the league just being like, earn it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's from someone who claims to be DF number 1650.
That's a good email.
Got an email, too. I'm not playing the video or anything, but it's more to ask why are you doing this? It's a guy that got a cameo. You've seen people who will get cameos to draw my draft order for our fantasy league.
Yeah, I don't love that.
We had a really good cameo on my flag football team, though, that was football adjacent.
Oh, from...
We got Gene Sterator to review a play that was ruled incomplete in a tournament.
Yes, that's great.
And we had video of it.
That's awesome.
And he went through and was like, you could see Cam completing the catch to the ground here. It was awesome. Mm-hmm. That's like an interesting spin on it. I think there's something you can do with these. But I don't know, just pick my fantasy order and read it is, I don't know.
I suppose if you're a Cowboy fan, you might like this one, but it's Brad Sham is on Cameo now for $50.
50?
It feels low.
Way low.
It feels high.
What? I'm not doing that for $50, dude. He makes a lot more money than I do.
That's what I mean. That's why it feels low for the tax bracket I think Brad Sham is in.
Yeah, but you could probably get some pretty good people for $50.
Yeah, let's see. Troy's was like 1,000.
Right,
like
Troy was like,
look,
I don't want to do this, but
I'll price
if
it
you're
to
going to do this,
yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
So anyway.
I have a couple of some tropes here from Blake, too.
Oh, and okay, so the guy with Brad Sham signs off with, not sure if anyone feels hyped about the video, but it was cool to have Sham read off our names. He says, more Clayton food reviews. Want to give Clayton a little wind in his sails after Brandon. More establishing the run. And if Jake can't have just one, did rehab really work? That's from Brandon.
It's a great point, man. I mean, people love to say, like, oh, yeah, I beat it. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And most people don't say that.
Seems
Most
like you're
people are
running from
like,
it.
nah, we're in this battle. Blake, too, got me a good email. Got a couple movie tropes. Alcoholic wakes up with beer bottles on the nightstand next to him, immediately grabs one, drinks the leftover room temperature backwash. Saw this in Kingpin and The Flight with Denzel. I'm not saying there aren't alcoholics that wake up and drink, but I guarantee you they have cold, fresh ones in the fridge.
I think we saw this. Did Mel Gibson do this in like one of the Lethal Weapons?
100%, just bourbon bottle right
Yeah.
to it. When is the last time you saw someone go into the bank for a loan in a movie and get approved? They're always in some grand downtown bank in a massive lobby. My bank is in a strip center next to Eatsy's. That is a very movie thing. Every police department has a hostage negotiator. You're telling me that if someone takes a bank hostage in Hearn, they are saying wait until the negotiator gets here?
Boy, what a job that would be.
Here's a couple playground talk ones that hit with me. If you accidentally eat the silica or silicone packet in beef jerky, it'll kill you. I was deathly afraid of those little packets.
Why do they put them in food? Like, I know why they put them in food, but
Fresh.
yes.
It seems like if it could
But-
also kill me.
Keep the moisture out.
It must not be able to kill you, right?
Yeah,
Or else you'd have read about that.
Right.
Like, somebody's eating one of those.
Why?
Here's one for...
Just accidentally. It's in the food packet. You're eating stuff from the food packet.
It's in a bag.
You're dumping that in your mouth and you're
A
continuing
lot
to
of people
chew?
in the world.
No.
This one's
then they
specifically, I think,
They
for TC.
deserve to. It's Darwin.
Sure.
They deserve whatever happens after that.
For TC and Clayton, childhood rumors, the kid with glasses from Wonder Years is Marilyn Manson. We don't. Matt remembers.
Yes, I heard that.
Before we could like really hook things up, DC just showed me a photoshopped photo of a Jack Link's bag that says "Oops, all moisture packets," and it's just full of. And then an idea for the Dumb Zone Hotel Suite. Clocks can only be in Central Time, and you have to bring your own pillows and comforter.
That's awesome.
And towel.
I did bring my towel.
I got a couple playground things too. But he wants to specify this is more of just things our parents lied to us about.
Yeah.
Crossing your eyes for too long will make them permanently crossed.
I'm still kind of worried about doing that.
It's either that or the funny faces. You'll stick
Stuck
like that.
Yep.
So is that just if this annoys me as an adult or as a parent?
But
so
it's-
I'm going to make something up to make you
But
that I
the-
think will make you stop.
But
doing
the funny part is it's uniform. Like every parent came up with the same lie. Oh, it'll stick like that.
Right.
Where your eyes will get
Like and again, if that was true, wouldn't 1 out of every 10 of your friends have permanent?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Look at
looking
him.
around.
1 out of 10 friends is also blind.
Looking for guys with hair on their palms. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, you were one of the ones that wouldn't stop, huh?
And then he says, if you played under the clothes rack at department stores, they would fall on you and make you go blind.
Dude, I think his mom might have been on her own on that one.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, I never heard that.
Movie trope, this from Jacob. Who in the world has the luxury of a nice long breakfast with eggs, bacon, and pancakes before school? I always thought that too.
Yeah.
I got time for maybe a chocolate milk and then I'm out the door. But these people are having gourmet breakfast.
I like the movie trope when that gourmet breakfast is all set up and there's
Grab a piece of toast. I'm on my
but
way out.
yeah, the one who comes down no time.
How about fuck you? I made this entire breakfast.
You know how long that would take?
There's cut fruit.
Yeah.
And you want the one piece of toast? I don't think so. By the way, last night.
And there's no dirty dishes. Like, movie cooking is,
glorious.
Yeah, there's nothing there to clean up. There isn't stuff that had spilled on the stove. And it's, it's too hot, though, to clean it now, so I'm going to have to leave it there for an hour.
You're one of those, huh?
This one I thought would be
Me?
a bigger deal when we were kids from Adrian. Brass knuckles. Kind of thought that'd be a...
What about Switchblade?
Switchblade, I had kind of already become a joke by the time I was in school.
Did you have a guy that had a comb Switchblade?
Yeah, but it was like a bit by that point.
Yeah.
But the brass knuckles were
Hey,
a real worry. Dude, last night, and you can't really see it on camera, so it worked out okay. But I slept in a bed last night for the first time at the house. And it's 2 twin beds in a room, TC and Jake. I've been sleeping on the couch, but last night I'm like, this is my 8-9 hour night. The bed is all the way up against the window. And when I set up out of bed at like 2-3 o'clock this morning, just woke up maybe to go to the bathroom, I nailed the corner, like the front of my forehead in the corner on the crown molding underneath the window.
Yeah, windowsill.
I don't know if they normally don't have a bed there maybe, but that very nearly took me. I was bleeding, and it was the middle of the night.
Did you wake up TC?
He didn't wake up.
And ask for
relief?
medical assistance?
Oh. No. It's like, damn, dude. Only me.
By the way, TC sleeping. Go ahead. Throw on the headset for a second. I meant to bring this up the other day because you guys were telling me that when TC did arrive at whatever, 12:20 to take off for California, 12 midnight 20, and that they said within like 5 or 10 minutes you're asleep. Like you're able to sleep on the road, uncomfortable conditions, you can make yourself sleep, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was regular time to go to bed. You know, like we were leaving at a time I would normally go to sleep.
So the other day we get back from
Yeah.
our show, so it's like, what, Dallas time 4:30 or something. And Blake is playing video games. He's playing Madden or something.
Oh, okay. All right.
And TC's on the couch. And you know what I'm going to say, Blake?
Yeah.
He was as dead as, like, snoring, like deep sleep. People are in the kitchen doing stuff. It's as bright as you could ever. There was no sleep mask on him. Blake's playing Madden.
I was trying hard not to do
I had
this.
I had the TV up.
TV's up. And, yes, like I said, a bare hibernating type sleep from TC. And I was, like, just amazed. And then about an hour later, I think, is when people started stirring to go eat something. And he just got up. There he was, ready to roll.
Yeah, just a little cat nap. Tomcat nap.
But right in the middle
Was I
of
in the bed?
You were doing a meeting.
Okay.
So I didn't want to snore in your meeting, and I was about to pass out, so I selected the couch.
I'm in awe of your ability to hard sleep in front of, or just in the middle of chaos, it seems like.
I've now seen TC sleep the better part of 20 hours 3 different times, and I'm about to see a 4th.
Just whatever we do, anytime you travel at all, the closest thing that exists to time travel in the world is if you can sleep during the travel time. Like, most prominently, flights.
Boy, I wanted to sleep so bad sitting in first class, but I kept myself awake.
Just to soak it in.
I wanted to enjoy the time.
Yeah.
You're right, though.
I would say I would enjoy it by being able to sleep better because it's first class.
As a kid, I thought Cleveland to Pittsburgh was forever. It's 2.5 hours. When you live in Texas, you realize everything else is closer than if you Texas. And yes, I would fall asleep within 5 minutes of getting in the car, and then wake up in front of my uncle's house in Pennsylvania, and I was like, "Wow, time
It's
travel."
so good.
You guys should try being alcoholics. There's a lot of that. We're like, shit, this is like time travel.
Well, that brings us to Gummy Thoughts.
Sure.
Brought to you by Early Bird CBD.
We will have to go home at some point.
Right.
Laws are different everywhere, but right now the laws in Texas permit our good friends at Early Bird CBD to operate, provide wellness, provide smiles, provide discounts via promo codes like DZ20 at earlybirdcbd.com. 2.5 milligrams of THC in each gummy with some CBD in there. There's no sugar.
How about the drops?
Summertime, you got little drops you can put in a beverage, a lemonade.
0 calories, 0 sugar.
Throw it in your pre-workout and get weird.
But 2.5 milligrams of THC.
Pretty cost effective when you break it down. You're getting like 80 cents a drop. And then you're getting a discount at DZ20, earlybirdcbd.com. Still in the game.
Let's see here. All right. Dumb Zone. This is from JW. For some reason, I was talking to my kids about people who are deaf. I think I was trying to explain to them what life is like if you've never been able to hear. My 6-year-old daughter asked me, how do deaf people think? My eyes immediately turned into pinwheels, and my brain went into screensaver mode. Because how do they think? Do people who were born deaf think in sign language? Like, is their internal monologue, do they see somebody signing in their head? They can obviously read, so they know written words, but if you've never heard a word spoken, what does that word feel like in your brain?
Like, it's possible that it's also hardwired in that, like, the speech is happening even if you don't hear it, but there's a lot of other possibilities, too, and boy, I'd love to know.
Because, yes, you're seeing the word deaf, right? You know there's a hard D, and there's a... But you don't really pronounce the A, right? In Spanish, you would look at that and say day off. And so in your head, you're probably pronouncing each one of those letters, but you've never heard them.
Or are you pronouncing it all?
Like, yes. Is it only how do you think?
Whatever we are reading, we are thinking about how it's pronounced, but, like, you don't have to. You could just see it as, like, you know.
Like, they say this guy, if you're born deaf, you never actually heard the word "the." So when you read it, do you associate it with a sign? Are you reading that and saying, oh, it's when you do this? Or do they have some sort of made-up sound replacement? Does each deaf person have their own internal, uninterpreted language that only they can speak? I haven't stopped thinking about this 6-year-old's question for a week now.
I wonder what percentage of people are deaf the whole time. I bet it's pretty low. And I think... Okay, go ahead.
I don't know the answer to that, but Josh has always shocked me by saying it's like 4% of people that are blind. So of the people who are blind, only 4% are what you would think of, or at least if you're me, if you're dumb
blind.
like me. Well, not born blind, but just like
completely.
Nothing.
Okay.
Like 96% of blind people can see at least like light and shapes.
Okay.
So that tracks somewhat, maps onto deaf people.
Like they probably are getting something.
Says if your first
but some of them don't.
If your first language is ASL, your internal monologue may not be a narrator talking. It may be closer to a private mental version of signing. Visual, embodied, grammatical, fast. Not lesser, just a different format.
But how do they know?
Well, you could if a deaf person is trying to explain to you...
You would only know if it was a deaf person who then was gifted with this, you're able to hear.
Right.
They could then tell you, hey, what was it like?
Didn't you ask Dirk if he thought in German?
Yeah, I mean, that happens.
And he does?
That was you probably did this in Mexico, but...
There's a step.
I remember dreaming in Spanish in Spain.
Oh, wow.
Which was trippy. That was like the point at which, because my whole day was in it, I was dreaming a lot because you couldn't get weed. So I was like really flooded.
But there is a step when you don't have to sit and translate it anymore.
Yep.
I don't think I ever got there.
Well, I would imagine you default to whatever you were first introduced to. Because as kids, we're introduced with verbal communication, what our parents are telling us. And that's what our consciousness is based off of. So if they began with reading, I would imagine they're seeing words.
There will be no deaf people by the time I die.
Wow.
Bravery.
Is that your personal pledge? You're going to start working on it, or...?
I'm doing what I can.
He's going to kill all the deaf people.
I've purchased a plot of land.
I swear to God.
If it's the last thing I do, I will eradicate.
I got a long email. I got a couple of these, and I will say that it modified my behavior. I made sure that we don't have a Lucy spot today, but I made sure I had Lucy's on the plane on the way out here. Because I told you guys that I saw a clip of Anthony Jeselnik talking about vaping on an airplane and getting caught. And it was very scary. Now, he was vaping weed on the plane in the bathroom, which I think is a different level. But Matt hit me up and said a few years ago, my wife and I were flying back from Portugal. Flying over the ocean, I go to the bathroom to get my fix. Like you, I'm a pretty sneaky vapor. I don't take any pride in blowing clouds. Took a few normal rips. As I was finishing up, I hear the unmistakable blaring of the smoke detector. Ooh. I zip up, smash my way out of the bathroom. The entire plane was overcome with the fear that we were going down. To say that the blaring caused quite the stir on a sleepy flight would be an understatement.
Oh, man.
Before I've even exited the bathroom, there's a male flight attendant running down the aisle to confront me. He asked if I was smoking in there. I told him, no, I've got no idea why that smoke detector was going off. I was finishing up and it scared me. He hurries in the bathroom, digging through the trash can. As he's rummaging, I sheepishly make my way back to my seat, where my wife's calm face lets me know she knows exactly what just happened and the rest of the plane thinks we're going down. I sit in my seat, pull my hood up, and act like I'm asleep. I saw the flight attendant come out of the bathroom looking for the delinquent, but I maintained a low profile. In the end, nothing besides panic.
Oh.
But thought I'd let you know that the nicotine vape can trigger the plane's smoke detector and that it goes off throughout the whole plane. And, the overnight flight, dude, it's dark. Everyone in there's asleep.
Wow.
You're over the ocean. Babies, kids that have been put down, and then you're the full flight smoke.
And we're just going with the honor system, too. Hey, were you smoking? Nope.
Yeah, man. I was thinking about it. I got it out in the bathroom on the flight out here. And was like,
no.
We could wait. We have the Lucy's. We could wait.
Were you around for
new soft Jake?
Yeah.
Justin telling his similar story in Washington?
No.
He, whenever he was a young man, did a lot of international travel, like backpacking, just wanting to see the world. And so I think it was a flight from India to China, something like that. But just heard in the full Indian accent, an Indian guy being like, "Oh, I'm gonna smoke on this plane," and they absolutely did. They established a system where there was enough guys on the plane that were like, "We need to smoke on the plane," so they would have the aisles full of dudes blocking the flight attendants as they're passing around a cigarette and getting puffs on it, and just the entire flight could just smell people smoking on the plane.
They can't stop all of us.
That's right.
I'm out of email. How about you guys?
I am, I think, out of email, Dan, because I have some great OJ audio and emails, but the great debate is when do we unleash Juiced on the world? Matt Grimm watched it last night. It was a big talking point with us.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Incredible.
Yeah.
So we'll hold that for when we do that. But speaking of Matt Grimm, I do want to talk about what's happening with the entire sports world. Because I didn't know who Mark Walters was 3 weeks ago.
Okay, when we do this, let's just remind everybody just our camp sponsors. Plum Quick. Plum Quick is our plumber. They have that home membership for only $199 a year. They're awesome. We've already got tons of emails from people who have used Plum Quick just in the short time they've been advertising. Go to plumquickcompany.com for them. The Parlay Collective is our marketing firm at parlaycollective.com. Audrey even texted us this morning that she's getting some response from other businesses who are interested in their marketing firm. We have Puddle Pools, puddlepools.com/dumbzone. Is one of our camp sponsors. I'm going to grab that, and I'll be right back.
Okay. And then also, did he cover Parlay? Parlay Collective. ParlayCollective.com, our marketing agency. So there is a lot happening in the world of sports and finance. The Lakers, we found out, were potentially being sold the Mark Walters share of the Lakers, which he purchased for $10 billion last year. So he's selling it for a $2 billion profit in 1 year, which owning a sports franchise obviously is one thing, but as some of these articles have pointed out, the market has grown more than that in the 1 year that he's owned it. So it's not like a big bank robbery for him. He's getting basically market return. But then the question becomes, why does he need this money so fast? Why is he doing this? And people started looking into it, right? Now, what's happening with the Buss family thing is its own situation, and I think we could talk about that some, but Mark Walters also owns the Dodgers. The Dodgers are largely thought to be the reason why MLB is headed for a work stoppage. These guys are they've broken the game. Look at how much money they're spending. Why can't everyone else do this? So one way or another, you're mad about the Dodgers. And it's starting to look like the Dodgers payroll that got everyone so upset might have, in one way or another, been funded by money that Mark Walters shouldn't really have had access to, because he runs part of what he does is insurance, and Matt Grimm is certainly out here today a financial expert. And so, I'm aware of the concept of insurance. They take your money. We're pooling risk. Well, you pay the premiums. They'll pay for whatever whenever it's time to pay out. I guess I wasn't really fully internalizing that they also invest that money. They have their own portfolios of the money you give them. But that since they are an insurance agency and they need to be able to produce liquid pretty quickly if needed, they're supposed to invest pretty conservatively.
Correct.
And he was not.
He was not. And also he was investing from his own company to another company of his at 0% interest.
Okay.
So there's a conflict of interest issue there. There's a ratio issue, meaning that company that he lent money to was investing those assets, and the ratio was borrowed money versus invested assets. It was at 40%. Originally reported under 10%. Federal government likes to see 10% or less. So recently disclosed at 40%, which now they're throwing around the word Ponzi scheme. And there's also a disclosure issue or non-disclosure issue, meaning the people paying the insurance premiums were not aware of what was happening with the money.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's not necessarily as liquid as it should be.
And the crazy thing about this is, so they revised these numbers recently after they get some heat, but he only bought the Lakers a year ago. He had already had Mark Walters, the head of Guggenheim, which is this massive firm. He had already had his phone and laptop seized on the tarmac in Chicago, which is probably on the list of things you don't want, but it sounds pretty cool. And that doesn't necessarily mean that there's guilt, but he was already being investigated when Adam Silver approved his purchase of the Lakers. So the NBA doesn't look great here, because if this dude is coming up with this cash and he's being investigated, I think you probably owe the due diligence of being like, we're going to wait till that's over. We're going to wait and see if where your money coming from is legit or not before we approve this sale. So I don't know that he has to sell the Dodgers, but it's starting to look like he might have to, because he needs to come up with something like another $20 billion by the end of the year.
Yeah.
For what?
Because he's so over leveraged that I think they have to get to the balance.
He's at $20 billion invested off of a $20 billion borrowed against $48 billion invested. So he needs to come up with that $15 billion to get that ratio down to 10%, or get the bottom line, the invested dollars, up to $198 billion.
Yeah, and I think they're trying some creative ways to grow the company quickly, but.
So the NBA thing is probably just I had heard that he was like one of the lead guys trying to get the Vegas expansion franchise, and then that wasn't a guarantee to him, and that's kind of why this went in for the Lakers instead. I think that was Iger and Kushner. That's the guys. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
They were also trying to buy soccer. That was a story we had a couple weeks ago. That Thrive Capital, they were trying to put money together to buy FIFA.
Okay,
and that didn't work out. So they're just buzzards. These are very valuable assets. The Dodgers part that I found really interesting is that apparently Mark Walters is so hard for cash that he went to Charter Communications and looked for basically a buyout. He was saying, hey, you can pay me right now and be out of this. They owe him. Charter owes the Dodgers a lot of money, billions and billions. But Walters came to them and was like, "Hey, I know. Let's say you owe us $50 billion for our rights. I'll take 20."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Yeah, no." We don't want to pay a termination fee. They're not even in great shape. But
So and if you address this in the couple minutes I was gone, but is any of this Shohei pushing his money forward? You know, there's a lot of deferred money they're signing a lot of these people with. Does this have any – is there any relation to it?
Well, that's why they're doing it. That's part of the reason that you do have to apparently put that money in escrow, like it's 60 cents on the dollar, and there's some terms to it. So it's not like it's just nowhere, but that is part of the reason that they've been doing it, yes. And I don't know that the Dodgers get sold, but it looks like they probably will be. And
because this guy needs cash.
He needs cash. He needs cash badly. And that was like, I was why, for example, why would like Charter not give him the money? And it's like, well, because they know he needs it. Why do it now? If he's that up for cash badly, they can wait, negotiate later.
How does this affect Luka?
Okay. This is a silly thing to say because Nico is the reason that happened. But the timing on all of this, like Luka signed his extension after that sale went through, and I'm positive that if it was known that the guy that's about to buy the team is under federal investigation for something that people are saying is akin to a Ponzi scheme, he would have waited. He would have waited and said, let's let this settle out, figure out what's going on here.
I wonder. Or does he just say, well, whatever, whoever ends up owning this team, it's not like I'm not going to get this money. I've just signed a contract. The NBA will make sure he gets the money.
Yeah, but I feel like the bus has sold him and Pelinka sold him on some level of basketball vision. So is this a common thing that they're just doing to a higher degree?
As far as what Walters and his group is doing?
I've heard the term infinite banking.
This is used to be a common thing. There's a lot of people that got busted for it. A lot of people have gone to prison, federal prison, for a very long time. If you want to contrast that with someone who's doing it right, Berkshire Hathaway, they do it right. They have their original first acquisition was Geico Insurance. They take those premiums, they invest them, but it goes in the portfolio of Berkshire Hathaway. Therefore, it's invested in very conservative things, U.S. Treasury bonds, cash equivalents, and the blue chip stocks that Warren Buffett is known for purchasing. So that's all on the up and up. And these other guys they just get out of control. They roll the dice big, not conservative, and a lot of these things blow up in their face.
Yeah, and I guess I'm so small-minded. You don't even really think about, okay, this guy owns an insurance company and a private equity firm. He's loaning money back and forth. There's probably no taxes.
It's zero interest loans, which is kind of a shady thing to do.
Yeah. So,
and because he's doing this doesn't mean something bad is going to happen, but bad things have happened that look just like this in the past.
He may be in trouble. He may be in real trouble. And I was wondering, as I was at the Dodgers game on Sunday, there's a huge sign out in the outfield that says Guggenheim. I was like, I don't even really know what that is. We were asking about, is it oil? What is it? And apparently it's just his company that moves money around and might be bilking people out of their premiums. He may be going to jail. Like, I would not have said that pre-Bertie Madoff and pre-talking to Matt, but guys like this, they go to jail. This is not like, I don't know, Martha Stewart or something where she's also a celebrity and she gets a sweetheart deal. These people go to jail like the guy on White Lotus all the time. They usually don't own the Lakers, but it happens.
And the crazy thing is the guys with this kind of money, they don't need to do this stuff. That's the crazy thing. He's risking federal prison for no good reason.
Well, the reason is he's the billionaire, or what is it, Trace Thomas?
Yeah, you got to stay in the Trace Thomas.
Yeah.
Well, it just feels like
Keep up with them. Ballmer's got more money. I got to do stuff to get more money than him.
Even without understanding all the financial instruments, it feels like it's, hey, this whole thing has been about the Dodgers and how are they doing this and how this changes the competitive balance. And now we have basically proof that they were doing it fraudulently. And like I saw someone say with the Abe Lincoln meme where he's standing up when you want to say something unpopular, it was like these two Dodgers World Series reek of far more competitive imbalance than what the Astros were doing. Like this helped them win more than the trash can banging did. I mean, I don't know. It's obviously two very different buckets.
Yeah,
but,
who uses this to their advantage? The owners?
You'd have to think so.
Because the players don't, right?
Well, if
they'd
the
have to
players
say,
are like,
yeah,
well,
actually, though, the Mets
like,
have as much money to spend, and they're not. Because the Mets are right up there, too, right?
Yeah, it's a funny angle of this. I think Walter went to Cohen. Mark Walter went to Steve Cohen's Capital at one point and was like, you want to help me out? And they were like, I was listening to some podcast this morning with some NBA guys, and they were like, yeah, all the finance bros we know have been saying for a while, this guy doesn't have this kind of money. So it's been somewhat of a thing in their circle. And MLB probably is like, we don't really care.
But that is...
This is what we do anyways, but this does help us.
I was going to say, though, that's the interesting part of this story to me, because I don't care what rich guy goes to jail or who owns
I do.
certain teams. You do?
Do I like when rich people who...
No, I'm just saying which one or who or what. There's crooks out there, and if whatever, I don't really care, but how this affects this big story that's coming our way in December, I am very interested in that because I'm very interested in how the Major League Baseball Players Union has been able to be the most powerful union all these years. I'm interested in every time they do media around these negotiations, whatever league it is. I'm interested in how we can all get swayed onto, I don't know, the owner's got some good points here, I mean, geez, they're, once guys are making $40 million a year, but you never hear that the owners actually they made $1 billion valuation or whatever it might have been, but still, like, I still get sucked in by all of it.
Yeah,
and
you
I'm
should,
in how
because
they
the
can
stories
use
like
this.
what we're talking about right now. Made $1 billion, who knows? I don't even know how all this works. Now I realize if you own a sports franchise, you're just borrowing against it, lending it money, but investing the money people are getting.
You don't ever actually have to use money to do anything.
None, ever. And if you're doing it that way, you're not paying taxes on it.
It's called leverage.
Yeah. And that the players don't.
How do we get in on that?
Well, we got
business owner.
The same thing happened. I didn't refresh myself on the details, but the same thing happened in the early 90s when Jerry Buss sold the L.A. Kings to a guy named Bruce McNall, I believe.
Yeah.
And he brought Gretzky to L.A.
Yeah.
And he got in trouble for a similar thing and had to sell the Kings. And I don't know if he went to prison or not, but he did some shady stuff as well.
Flags fly forever, though. You get Gretzky, you get two World Series.
Yeah.
Is anybody really?
Yeah, the fans aren't upset.
No, this one is just unique because it's running up against the lockout.
Yeah, and
that's why this is a big deal, is because it has implications for the financial model of the league.
And the players will be like, well, whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter. You just run it like a business. And that's their big argument, right? It's what I thought it was America.
Yeah.
Are we capitalists or not? We have a business. You hire people to run the bid. If this guy wants to bid against your business to get the better player, that's what it's all about. America.
Yeah.
And if certain teams go out of business, well, then that's the way it is. Certain guys get cut. That's what their argument is.
It's just it feels like
baseball's argument is we want even the crappiest owners who don't try to win to also make money.
Right.
That's their argument.
And we
want to make sure we have a cool
each
club.
other.
Yeah.
So
all the rules that they input or that they put in, they will complain about, and then behind closed doors congratulate each other that we're not allowed to bid that high. They're protecting themselves against themselves.
Let me tell you, there's not a moment ever where a man walks up to Mark Walters like Pacman did to Jerry yesterday, and they bond. Even though Jerry's got billions of dollars, like There is a difference. We had good ones, now we have bad ones. I can't stress that enough.
Shohei might, just because of his deal.
That's true. That's true, although Shohei may be enacting his key man clause.
Did we talk about that on the air?
Yeah.
Okay, the key man clause.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Dan, I'm sleeping on a couch while I'm out here. And I'm doing that just so that I can fully appreciate my mattress from Brooklyn Bedding.
What kind did you get? Do you know?
I got I think it's called like the Aurora Lux Cooling.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
Yeah, all right.
I got it right here. I wrote
Yes.
down Aurora Lux Cooling. It just got delivered when we were gone to my house, and my wife says it's awesome.
Yeah, we did. We undid ours right before I got home.
She broke it in with the neighbor. Yeah. That John,
We'll talk to him.
He'll lend you, his tree pruner or whatever, so I owe it to him.
Do like Dan's neighbor. Break in that new mattress. BrooklynBedding.com. Promo code is DumbZone. That'll get you 30% off site-wide. This is a massive purchase. So you'll get a 120-night comfort trial. If you don't like it, swap it back, return
120 nights.
Hassle-free.
4 divided by...
You could have sex 1.5 times. BrooklynBedding.com. Promo code DumbZone. 30% off site-wide. Lots of options for you there. If you're a hot sleeper like me, they have the Glaciotex covers. Temperature regulating materials that help cool you down. So if you're a sweaty boy like me, BrooklynBedding.com, promo code DumbZone.
Here's Jake with the Dumb Zone News.
Well, here's a quick tag for what we were just talking about. The Stars and Mavericks have apparently settled their legal fight over control of the AAC. It was a curt, brief statement, but they say we're good. The outstanding matters between the two organizations are resolved. We will be here until 2030, 2031, at which point the Stars go to Plano, the Mavs go to North Dallas. But
or Vegas.
It's daylight. I mean, I wouldn't say Vegas, but I'd say the range of possibilities now being beyond just the Stars are going to Plano and the Mavs are going to...
We don't know where I thought the Mavs are going to Valley View Mall.
That's North Dallas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what did you say?
I said Stars going to Plano, Mavs to North Dallas. I'm saying, but there may be, if they're staying for another 4 years here, there are possibilities.
To what?
I don't know. Maybe one of them stays there. Maybe one of them moves to Irving. Maybe one of them...
Where's Sports Mayor? Why is he not here for this?
Boy,
this is his element. He loves sports. He's not afraid to say it.
Really, really hard.
Many politicians want to shy away from that label.
He failed his Arrowhead test, He made some big claims, and then they're like, all right, big boy, what do you got? We got a lease up. We got 2 teams pissed off. We got what do you got?
He's disappeared.
He's like,
would think this is where he rides in, like, hey, Sports Mayor, here I am. I'm going to, hey, we're getting in this room. We're not leaving until this thing is solved.
Well, he said he was bringing
That's what old Teddy Roosevelt would have done.
He tried to get the Chiefs to
Look
Dallas.
it up.
Big Stick, Chargers.
And when he couldn't,
maybe Chiefs too.
He disappeared.
Yeah, he's going to get another NFL team.
Yeah, we'll put him over here.
Then he ends
Our
up
reunion.
Then he ends up with what's on his ledger is the Wings, and they're not even actually in Dallas yet.
Hey, they will be tomorrow night.
What, AAC?
Caitlin, baby.
You got the feeve?
Flying back early to catch it?
I'll go back. I'll take a red eye.
Flying back.
I have news about the Brandon Aubrey show tomorrow.
Okay.
He will be here between California time, 10 a.m. and noon.
See, he'll talk like that for him. He don't. We would ask you to be like, oh.
He'll be there with his other
sometime between noon and 2.
His 2 best friends in the world.
That's
and
glorious.
Banger and Trent. You and me are his 2 best friends.
I think that this would be a hard part about being a cop. Down in the Houston area, this is in Porter, Montgomery County, there was a robbery at Walmart.
Montgomery Bears.
Hey, that's a good pull. I wouldn't have thought that you had that. There was a robbery at Walmart. The loss prevention people are chasing the guy out of the store.
Why?
I was always told that's a no-no.
But you've done that before, right?
Not really. I saw it happening and kind of pussed out when I worked at a grocery store. But I guess at this Walmart, they chased the guy out.
It's not called pussing out. That's called logic. What are you going to go put yourself in harm's way when you're the stock boy at the grocery store?
Not from my grocery store, you're not.
Maybe put you in a better position for a promotion next time.
Okay.
Perhaps, but you're probably right.
You want to manage Dirty Tom Thumb?
Did Jerry ever chase someone?
Oh, with his little bow tie?
Out of the grocery store?
Worked at his dad's store, right?
Yeah.
How great would that be?
Dress me up with a little bow tie.
Little bow tie.
He'd greet people. Could you imagine that?
I don't know, because in my head, 8-year-old Jerry looks just like a small 80-year-old Jerry, so it's hard to imagine him. This guy's robbing a Walmart.
That's a TV show thing, right? You got an old character, and rather than find a younger person, you just put them in, like, younger clothing?
Yeah. You have limited options. Not everybody can do Boyhood. The cops show up. They chase this guy. Guy hops into a vehicle. This turns into a chase on the freeway down there, Highway 69, Dan. Guy approaches an intersection, crosses the curb of a median, hits 2 signs, crashes into another car, hits a Chase bank sign, and the car catches fire.
Oh.
But now the cops, who have been chasing this MFer, are responsible for saving this. Yeah, you know at one point you're like, this fucking guy.
Yeah, but that's movies.
Car's turned
movies
over,
are all
it's
about
on
this,
fire.
Right?
Yes.
They're unable to open the driver's side door because of the crash.
Can't get it open.
Other deputy goes to the passenger side, breaks that door open, and pulls him out.
Ah.
I feel
beats
you should
shit.
you should be allowed at least 1 strike each. You pick.
Yeah.
Foot, fist.
Hey, we saved you.
Now, get ready, buddy. Something that may be very near and dear to the Dumb Zone's heart, at least until Fox 4 moves from downtown. The city of Dallas has a new tactic they'll be rolling out for drivers with multiple unpaid parking tickets. We no longer have necessarily towing to be fearful of, but they are trying something.
You know Blake has been towed multiple times.
I think he got towed from the Alamo.
Yeah. I'm over 5 for sure.
A couple years ago, yeah, on our 420 show.
Yeah.
He got towed because he generally will just park wherever. Like TC used to at the station, too.
Crazy.
But Blake often has been just towed, and he deals with it like it's just another day. Blake. He's not pissed. He's not stomping around.
They got one.
He's just like, well.
I'll get the next one.
I rolled the dice on a parking ticket, but I'm not going to roll the dice on getting towed.
So you're saying you've illegally parked so many times. Have you added that up in your head? What have I saved compared to how much I've spent towing?
Well, yeah, that's obviously a part of it. And a lot of these towings were from college campuses where they wanted like $500 for a parking sticker.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if I'm getting towed twice that year, I'm coming out even.
Do you value your time?
That's not...
Because that's the part that...
Back then, not really.
But if my time is spent fighting the man, then yeah, I can write that off.
That's a win. That's what I was going to say about chasing the guy at the grocery store. You forget that, like, I like that. So, yeah, it's dumb. There are costs, but there's a payoff. You're aware that I just like to yell sometimes.
Yeah.
And the next time you take...
Hey, bring that back.
You take the magazine into the bathroom for 15 minutes. Well, you're the guy that chased somebody. You got a leash.
First down.
No doubt. The program in Dallas they're unleashing here, it's called the Barnacle program. You seen the Barnacles? Here's a picture of it. It's like this giant plastic case that they install on your windshield. This is if you're going to be This is if you're going to be towed. And instead of towing you, they put this on with a QR code, and if you pay your tickets and a $100 fee, it comes off. So this is replacing towing.
That's
tickets
good.
And plus 100?
Yeah, and also they do a $300 credit card hold until like the transact. Like they're making sure you and you can do a payment plan too, but they're gonna make sure you've given them at least $300.
Oh, can you imagine walking out and seeing that in your car?
Yeah, I can, because it's probably gonna happen to me.
Well, half the time I just kind of forget to hit the app.
That's 100% of the time.
Like
for
I
me
wish
now.
it would just scan me when I went in. You know,
I'll pay the $6. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But
I don't want to.
I know,
Right,
but
he
for,
won't.
But they've given me enough tickets now that I do want to pay the money.
So what's the difference between this and the boot?
You
can actually scan this and get it off and then drive on your way?
Yeah.
In the boot?
You don't have to call anybody. You don't have to get towed.
Then you just leave it laying there?
I'm taking it with me. I paid for it.
That's a good question.
I'd like to see you get one just for the show.
I mean, I probably just wait. I will.
I always wanted to. This probably doesn't go on the list, but I got towed in Austin one time. I guess it's the only time. I got towed in Austin one time, and I came out of the 7-Eleven. It was daytime. It was for a Texas football game. I came out of a 7-Eleven downtown. I was in there for like less than 5 minutes, and the dude was towing my car, and he didn't even have it up yet, but he had just put the thing on, and I was like, "Bro, what are we doing? You can take that off. I'll pay you."
And
he was like, "No." I was like 18. He's like, "Get the fuck out of my face."
Oh.
Some big dude worked for a tow, and I at that moment was like, "I want to get in."
Yeah.
And I wanted there to be a video of them towing this vehicle with me in the driver's seat, just like Tiananmen Square, like
They can't.
That's what I've heard.
Illegal.
That's what I've heard, but I have seen videos of it before. Also very illegal.
So you didn't use your Riz to talk your way out of that?
He's too teed up.
What am I risen? Some like 42-year-old named Eduardo that weighs 420 pounds who's built like a fridge.
And then like probably the tone at which you entered the right, like
Yeah, it wasn't. It was probably
he
not
probably had
gentle.
Like he lives for those moments. Like I can't wait
This
till
little
another
bitch.
18-year-old asshole.
Yeah, I'll put you in the car if you want.
How did you Riz?
What? Mike, something? Can we get a mic for TC?
Next news story too.
I just. How did you Riz your way in yesterday? Did we get that, or am I ruining the
Oh,
plan
yeah.
of the show?
You told everyone a package.
So, I brought food in for TC. He wanted a couple of tacos.
Is that why I saw the TC call me text?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they weren't letting me bring food in. Because it was the biggest practice of the year. Blah, blah, blah.
They're selling.
They are
concessions
selling.
at the-
You can't walk in with a bag of food. And I had a bag, and it had like a DoorDash.
Could not
tag
have
on
been more.
it. I ate my burrito. But if you had ordered simply a burrito, I could have put that in my pocket.
Uh-huh.
He had to have the ahi tacos, and there's a whole thing with the
Extra wok.
Right, there's a whole like two
medical
big
reasons.
plastic
It is a medical concern.
containers and all that.
Dietary restrictions gets you through.
Well, I used that a little bit. So they said that I couldn't do it, and I remembered a trick that I had used back in the days of attending my daughter's basketball games when they would tell me not to bring in coffee. So I said, my camera guy's a diabetic.
Yeah, all right. We like that a lot. We like that a lot.
Pulled that card a lot.
Nice one.
In the event that she has to
And-
produce an image, he probably
Yeah.
passes.
And so,
And
you
it's
know, and
me,
then
you're
they
like,
let me,
he used to be an alcoholic and messed his stuff up.
like, do you
but-
think I wanted to like leave camp and then go get food and come back? Like,
Yeah.
don't hassle me here. And then they let me through.
Yeah, I don't know that you were lying.
Yeah. I had, because for the daughters' basketball games, the 8 a.m. games or whatever, this is diabetic coffee.
Yeah.
And they would just let, because it was like a
Just lying to
14-year-old
someone
kid
at a
or
child's basketball game.
How about them telling me that I can't bring my own coffee in here? That's insane.
I used to do the same doing math.
You know, let me tell you something. This is the bullshit about this, too. You're in South Lake, Texas, supposed to be the bastion of, like, we're Republicans. We're not really trying to tell you what to do. We're not really trying to run some up-your-ass
welcome to-
bullshit. It's just insane, dude. It's 8 a.m. I got a 7-Eleven coffee. I don't want your coffee. But I have to...
Why didn't you ever, have you used the diabetic thing? It doesn't make any sense. It just kind of means coffee without sugar, right?
It doesn't make any sense.
But to a 14 or 12-year-old kid that's taking the tickets and letting you through, what are they going to do? Even like an old, diabetic, like you could just raise this force field. What are you going to do?
Like
now, luckily, a diabetic isn't taking the tickets because they'd be like, what does that mean?
Whenever I was
Diabetic
at
coffee,
the
get out of
World
my
Cup
face.
thing with Jim Knox, they were stopping us every time we were trying to go into Texas Live. And he would just give them a string of words that didn't really make sense separately or together, but he just kind of kept on. And
he had a microphone and camera behind him, and
they sort of walked away at some point.
But yeah, I used to sneak Code Red into Mavs post-game shows with the same thing. Oh, you can't bring in that drink. I'm diabetic. Okay.
If they ever asked you to follow up on that, what would you have said, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's great, folks. We're helping you out here.
A 41-year-old Texas mother. Stay over there. So we don't have to. A 41-year-old Texas mother was
Go
arrested in
ahead.
Florida. You know what?
All right.
Now
arrest photos are always a little. Let's say the object in a mirror.
Yeah.
Is not as ugly as it appears.
She kind of has Kyla from Tires vibes. And that's going to make a lot of sense when I tell you the story. The 41-year-old was in Florida at a place called Sunny Isles Beach Park, where she left her 6-year-old son. And he was found at 8:50 that night, went up to another family saying he hadn't seen his mom since that morning.
How old is he?
Dude.
6.
They used to call that parenting.
And that he hadn't eaten since breakfast.
That's on him.
The mom.
But it was a full, egg, sausage, they had the whole thing.
Yeah, right.
Whatever the continental breakfast was.
They say to the kid, "Where's your mom?" They call the cops. They walk around the whole park looking for the mom. She comes back around 10 o'clock, and they arrest her. And they're like, well, where you been? She said she went to get toys for the child at a shopping center, ran into a friend, and sat down and had dinner. How is she going to see this person again? You
Right.
You kind of have to.
It was just a chance meeting.
She accepted the invitation while leaving her son at the park. Well, I'm not going to be rude.
Yeah.
If you spent that entire time in a crack house, you got to come up with a better explanation than that.
You should mention that she's diabetic. Oh, I'm
right?
sorry.
Oh, man.
But Dan, you would do that with a packed lunch at Six Flags, right?
What do you mean?
Definitely our generation and obviously earlier.
Oh,
your parents weren't going with you to Six Flags.
No. I don't know about the age of 6.
6 is a little light.
Seems a little young, but yes, we'd be on our bikes at the mall, Jake.
I bet if we had hard data on the first
In the
time you were
80s.
dropped off unsupervised for a day, I'll bet it's around 6.
I was definitely leaving the house solo by 6.
Yeah, neighborhood, but
Yeah.
I don't know about dropped off somewhere, but certainly dropped off all day at the mall.
It was single digits.
Was a for sure. Yes.
Yeah, kindergarten, we would do half days, and when I was done in the afternoon, they would drop me off, and I would just walk to my friend's house, play Super Nintendo.
I'll never
rest of
forget
the day.
crying on the bus the first day of kindergarten because my mom just, now it's like you got to drive to the school, and then we're going to get a camera crew to document the whole thing. It was like, all right, pretty happy you're gone now. And it's just on the bus, I think I had to be walked off because I was just crying. I didn't know where to go. I was supposed to follow the one kid. Hey, just keep an eye on Matt. He lives down the street. His last name is an M. Certainly he'll probably be in your class. Watch Matt. But I wasn't really friends with Matt, so I had to keep an eye on him, but then I lost him. And then I just sat there crying.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's really a bummer, dude.
Oh, no. It's good memory.
You guys know it's been 105 all week at home.
I do know.
Yeah.
I've been
how'd you know?
gloating to myself every day.
We're doing inside school release, which we've never done before.
What does that mean?
You're not allowed to wait outside at 3:05.
Oh.
They make you wait inside, which there is not room for, and then go out, which, yeah.
I'm sure there's no chaos there at all.
Good Lord. I did want to do this story before we go. I like this. It's from Houston. One of their TV stations did a news story where they went out to a company in Galveston where they are beta testing and getting pretty close on electric planes.
So they're testing Blake?
Yeah. They're testing little betas. See how far they can go on one charge. Dude, right now, they have a plane that on one charge can fly 300 miles.
Okay.
This is going to happen. And it seems, I say it's going to happen But that's exactly what I've said about things like, the self-driving car, and now I'm out on that. You have to remember there are like institutional forces that want to keep things like fossil fuels in place, but there's the option here. It's coming. They've got a Cessna 1172. That's like a proppy looking plane, but you can see the Charger here.
And I think this is
a whole
regarded
new network
as
for aviation.
One of the harder problems to solve in terms of getting rid of gas. Or getting rid of greenhouse gases. I don't know if these are the three, but the three I hear a lot about are planes, the process of making steel, and cows farting.
Well,
what about making... Is there a problem with making the batteries themselves?
Probably, but I'm sure the batteries are carbon positive.
Oh. Because I've always just heard...
Or negative.
Some people like, hey, yeah, but even making the battery is worse than whatever.
What do you do with the batteries when they're no longer usable? That's the big thing.
Just the disposal of the battery?
Disposal of the batteries, yeah.
Yeah, have you guys ever done have you ever done that right?
What?
Aren't you supposed to do your batteries like I bet Matt does?
I have.
Where do you take them?
Not double A's, but if it's like a old computer or something, there's a... Best Buy will take a lot of stuff.
Batteries Plus will take stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like if you have a 9
used
volt,
to keep,
aren't you supposed to throw them away not in the trash?
We used to have a shoebox that we would put your double A's and all that, and once it filled up, we take it to Batteries Plus.
Okay, that's a good system.
I didn't know you were supposed to do that.
But we're dirty libs, yeah.
You go ahead and just dump the grease right down the sink. You probably don't. You don't have any grease.
Don't have any grease.
That's never clogged a drain.
I got a big
dump it
ass
right down the sink. No
really?
problem. Yeah.
Mythbusters. I trust you on that.
Yeah, never clogged one of my drains.
I got a big battery in my car right now, but I got to take.
What are you gonna do with it?
I tried to take it to AutoZone. They wouldn't let me.
Yeah, car battery I'd do something with, like appropriately dispose of it. Like
AutoZone
double A battery, I don't think twice.
It's like a car battery, but it's not a car battery. It's like to charge your stuff in case of what you're always dreaming about. If a storm knocks out your power,
use
you
it as
want
a
to be able to
generator,
do
kinda.
some recharge.
I love that we're
it's
just
gone.
you're just telling people to just dump a bunch of stuff down your sink and then advertising a plumbing company.
Well, that's perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like and
I don't know.
subscribe.
Yeah, I think it does nothing. Try it.
Happy birthday.
Pumpquitcompany.com. See, the specialists are out there. I knew they'd be out here today.
There's a is there a practice today?
There was
no.
not supposed to be.
Sorry, there is tomorrow.
Yeah. But I knew they'd be out here.
Flooring,
they care.
FlooringDirectDFW.com is not out here. They're back in Dallas. They are Dallas. That's the thing. They're not a national chain or anything. They are very, very Dallas. Dan, the Flooring Direct man, is a good friend of mine. I've known him for over 20 years now. And they have hooked up with the Dumb Zone. And they have a special right now where you can get their exclusive 36-month, 0% free financing, getting new floors in your home for no money down. The exclusive 5-star installation package, they'll move your furniture, treat it like their own, put it back when they're done. Like I said, not some national chain. They are DFW-owned. They have a showroom in Addison, but you don't even need to go there. They'll bring the showroom to you. Go to flooringdirectdfw.com/DZ and get a free estimate today. It's new floor season.
Do we have a break ground date?
No, it's all got to wait till I get back.
Yeah.
Because we have... The den is going to be a thing for us to have to work around because we have a lot of... Look, Flooring Direct's ready to roll right now. It's the McDowell household that's not quite ready to roll, but we will be.
They'll be
No,
patient.
we got new floors coming this fall, man. It's going to be great.
I'm excited.
And you will be christening them, Jake, whatever that means. Anyway, that brings us viewer mail birthdays. And I had a couple that rolled in during the show, and I start with this one. Hi, white men my husband loves.
It's an honor.
I'm wishing my husband a very special happy birthday, August 19th, as he enters the last year in his 20s.
Ooh.
Fun fact, We actually have birthdays a day apart.
That's so
and
cute.
it took me 3 times asking when his birthday was to remember that it's literally the day before mine.
I like that. I think women who are too women could be a man here. Don't know. Just know this person has a man in their life. I think if you meet somebody and they're way too hung up on birthdays, you got a red flag, big time.
Yes, to meet a woman who's not hung up on birthdays sounds like a dream.
Yeah. What do you want to do next?
We also just celebrated our 2nd anniversary, married August 10th. He chose that date in the same month of our birthdays. And yes, he did just ask me, does this count as a 2-for-1 after our anniversary? So the romance is not dead, but he definitely planned on 2-for-1 gifts forever.
First down.
Blake has ruled. Williams' leaders are Jake's picnic buffet table and Blake. Dan staying for an entire Rangers game. He enjoys gaming, football, and being a foodie with me as well as going to random events where I'm mostly the only brown in the crowd, including at your guys' first DZGSE where he met Brandon Aubrey after I told him I stood in line with him trying to get a beer for 15 minutes. And anyway, he's got a photo with Aubrey, has replaced ours in all the wallpapers and profile pics, etc.
I mean, you've just got to know what time it is. He's an all-pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been married a year.
Which one of you is more talented, the kicker or some random lady?
Who we value.
She
Of
says he will be woken up in that special way.
That's sweet.
Let's see. If this is too much for the show, leave it out. But I want to say, if he's listening, I love you, baby. Congratulations. You are going to be a dad before you're 30, like you hoped for.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, congrats.
I'm pregnant.
Oh! Wow! Look at that!
Congratulations!
How about that, dude? Look at that.
Will you name him Dumb?
There's not more.
Or Brandon?
Is there like more to does the story continue? Is that the end of it?
It's not yours.
I was going to say, yeah. Like you're still reading, and I feel like that should be the end.
I don't know if I want to read the rest of this, but I'm going to.
I think you have to.
You have to now.
She writes, I'm pregnant, parentheses, for now.
Uh-oh.
Keep it in perspective, sure.
Yeah, that's what she means.
Proud of you for doing your part. You get me. I hope it doesn't die this time.
Good God.
Yeah.
I asked you very specifically,
we all hope that.
Is there more to this email?
And then I said specifically, I don't want to read it. And what did I hear after that?
Not from me.
That's a very realistic approach.
Not
They're
from
being
me.
mature about it.
There's
Good for
nowhere.
them.
Let me tell you
It's a popular
something.
sentiment.
Being pregnant is like training camp. It's 0-0 right now, right? Nowhere to go but up. You hadn't lost the game yet.
Season's going to be great as long as everyone stays healthy.
Just stop reading there.
That's from Abigail.
Thank you for the email.
Good luck, Abby.
I'm surprised you didn't tag it unless I'm dead by the time this gets read. Like,
Is a brown lady named Abigail?
If she did die, I hope that she locked in an annual.
Certainly.
Hello, Mr. Penis.
That's a good one.
Please wish good DF Brian a happy Dirk minus Dak if he wore number 5 birthday. His heroes are peptides and writing off the car and the kid.
Yeah.
That's good.
He wants more cannons and less fish head wife.
Cannon.
Crank that hog before it cranks you, from Nick in South Pflugerville.
That was a really well constructed email.
It's a good callback to was it J.P. Morgan or something?
Yeah. Oh, the fake one?
The Indian guy who was trying to.
Oh, the fish head. Oh, I had no idea what it meant.
Yeah. Tried to say that his hot white boss lady was hitting on him.
What was it?
She just wouldn't stop trying to suck me.
Yeah.
You want some more of these cannons?
Yeah.
She referred to her.
Hey,
right.
Dan, sorry for the late email. Today is my 36th birthday. Will you please mention Nick Kyrgios getting suspended from professional tennis because of cocaine during today's show.
Kyrgios, I think. But yeah.
Thanks, King, from Brian.
We watched. I made you watch a little bit of that guy.
Why do I
a couple
care
years
about
ago.
that?
Well, he's probably the most popular tennis player, one of the 3 or 4 in the world, and he's bad boy.
And he just got busted for cocaine?
Yeah.
When's the last time an athlete got suspended for cocaine?
More recently than you think.
Oh, that's a good one.
Dear El Caudillo del Seafood Burrito, today is the birthday of a leader of men, a champion of all causes, the effervescent, the king, the master of ceremonies, ringleader, bass fisherman, beer drinking, barbecue specialist, DF number 6, Jared Allard. Damn it. His leaders are Bud Dwyer, Christine Chubbuck, and Clifford Roberts.
Is Christine Chubbuck the lady that killed herself on TV?
I know he's DF number 6 because I texted him the Patreon link immediately after I, DF number 4, saw it. And because I'm a homo.
It is.
All 3 of them.
That third one had to be too.
Yeah.
I can't believe how much you've bitched about eating the oysters when we all know how much you love clam.
That's what I've been saying.
Great point.
That is from DF number 4, Austin, 6'5".
Right out of the gate, we're putting numbers on the board.
Yeah.
I know Clayton's in the first 5, and he's a big fella. He's tall.
And one more I have. Dear Jean-Claude Canned Dan.
That's a good one.
I want Can Dan to be a viral hit so bad, dude. I think it would take very little work. And let Henry and Blake go nuts with it.
Let's do it.
I think that
I'll change my.
there.
So is this on our feed or my personal feed?
Yeah, you need to change your IG handle to Can Dan.
He says, please feel free to use this name as your Tin Fish TikTok channel. Please wish happy 50th birthday to me, DF Dan Houchin. My wife is tired of me talking about the Dumb Zone podcast, so I had to send my own birthday shout-out.
That a boy.
I don't know my subby number because I'm not gay. My leaders are Jimmy Nelson, the kittens that walk single file behind Sarah Heppola to hide their numbers.
To hide their numbers.
Angelo's contempt for Blake as he swipes his Venmo debit card at Cold Stone Creamery. And the imaginary velociraptor I envision handing Jake a tissue to wipe away tears while he bitches out listening to the Jurassic Park score.
Trust me, dude. You're not far off. By the way, the Jolly Oyster only open Saturday and Sunday, so you guys are safe. The Sand Oyster.
Well, I think we just have to. Let's stay one more night.
Okay. Might be worth it.
Would you rather be handed crying baby with soiled diaper and it's 118 degrees outside, or you're eating a sand-filled oyster?
But you're here.
On the beach with Jake.
Yeah, give me the oyster.
Yeah, that's the easy one. More profanity-laced introductions to the weekly wrap-up podcast and more detailed technical descriptions of trying to hit 60 miles per hour on the radar gun from the bump. Keep cranking, hog. Chase that money. From DF Dan in Frisco.
Game Day Men's Health presents On This Day in History.
GameDay.dumbzone.com.
Get it. There's 12 locations in DFW. It starts with getting your T levels checked. And right now, if you do that, you go in and get that free rapid testosterone test, you will be in a drawing to win a pair of tickets to come see us do the stream in the den. Calling it tickets feels weird, but you can come watch us be a part of the stream party. It's catered by Connie Rosso, and you'll know your levels. And you'll know if you testosterone replacement therapy is for you. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Peptide, same thing. Maybe that's for you, maybe it's not, but you owe it to yourself to check it out.
So wait, how do you get in the watching party? Just free test?
Yeah.
Just stop in.
Stop in.
Free test and say I want in the Cowboys bit.
You'll be in the drawing for game day box seats with a party.
That's awesome.
Vices of your choice.
We'll text you when to get there and all that. You get to eat carne rosso.
GameDay.dumbzone.com. They're going to make you feel better if that's what you want. Live your best life.
You might be walking. You'll be walking on them new carpets, perhaps, if you get your timing right. And then you'll see if the curtain matches. Hey, what are we doing now? Oh, today in history.
You got anything like Angelo brewing now?
It's more of an organic thing. No.
It was just such a content factory. One of the great decisions of all time.
It worked well.
Get yourself a hot Angela out here. I saw a hot homeless chick this morning.
Yeah, Jake was feeding her.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I gave
the other day he gave us
Irvin's falafel.
No.
So today
That's
is
what I call it.
Wednesday, August 19th. On this day in 1909, oh man, what a day! There's a lot going on here today. 1909, the first race at the Indy Motor Speedway. 12,000 spectators watched. It was a 5-mile race. 1909, average speed
38.
57.4 miles per hour.
That's a lot more than I would have thought.
Moving at the speed of light.
Now, we weren't accustomed to building roads that could handle that kind of speed. And the surface, it was crushed rock and tar. It broke up in a number of places and caused the deaths of 2 drivers, 2 mechanics, and 2 spectators.
Now that's sports.
And they were like, let's run it back again next year.
Just 2?
6 total.
Yeah, but I
But
was
two-
saying,
a lot of
each-
people
each
out there.
category, break it down.
Right, Yeah. right.
Not that big a deal. Most of the people who went were fine.
Right.
Yeah, it was only
And
2
having
spectators.
12,000 people were there. Only 6 deaths. That's basically 0 deaths.
Although that's
percentage-wise.
not public execution numbers. Public execution was outdrawing.
Absolutely. All right, what do we got this weekend? Let's just decide one. We're going to go one place. Well, there's a hanging, or there's a race
went to
with
that
these
last
newfangled.
weekend.
What are we racing horses? No. Those things, the machines. All right.
You're telling me it can beat a horse?
That's bullshit.
What if death is the draw, though? That's why it wasn't drawn very well.
Yeah, next year, it totally outdrew the hanging. Like, because you might get more than one death. The
Yeah.
hanging, it's too telegraphed. You know, obviously, this is all right. On this day in 1951, Jake, is the day that Bill Veeck sent a 65-pound, 3-foot 7-inch man to pinch hit, in quotes, because he was pinch hitting for the leadoff batter. Very tiny strike zone. They were unable. He went up with it was like a wiffle ball bat. Like he had a fake bat.
Mm-hmm.
They walked him. They took him out for a pinch runner. He had the jersey number 1/8.
Yeah, that's fun.
And that was his only Major League Baseball appearance. They would have a height. They just went to Six Flags and said, hey, bring this thing over here, set it down. And then walking to the plate every day, you had to be taller than this. And if you were, you could then bat.
How does Title IX allow that?
And then I believe Eddie Goodell would
Riches.
he would go on to become very, very famous, rich.
Died surrounded by his family?
Died surrounded by his family at a ripe old age. And
I'm
just
seeing here he
grandchildren.
was mugged, beaten severely.
Mugged, beaten severely, and left to die in an alley. Also, he was an alcoholic and broke.
You could just hear the happiness in Dan's voice when he talks about this story. Feels like it comes up more often than a WNBA draft.
It really does. It really. Here's the day where the alley where they found him, the 2 buildings were built.
I'll tell you why I'm excited about this story. Because I consider myself an amateur baseball historian, and for years I didn't know about that till like 2 years ago.
The ending part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just always hear about, what a fun thing, Eddie Goodell. Bill Veeck. It's just another part of the colorful history of Major League Baseball. And you just don't go look into. If we could just stop the story there, we're all happy. We're all great friends.
But had Jerry done that, he'd be at camp every year.
Right.
Yeah,
He'd
that's
be
right.
doing the coin toss.
Take care of him.
Wouldn't die in an alley.
There would be no Rowdy.
There'd be a tiny Rowdy.
Hell, that's what they did with Lacewell.
Tiny Rowdy.
Yeah, they would.
Boy. I'd love a tiny Rowdy. On this day in 1995, it was Mike Tyson's first post-prison fight. He beat Peter McNeely 129 into the first round. On this day in 2004, Carly Patterson won the gold medal in the women's all-around gymnastics. She was 16 years old at the time.
Baller.
On this day in 2015, longtime Subway pitchman Jared Fogle agreed to plead guilty to allegations that he paid for sex acts with minors and received child pornography. He was sentenced to over 15 years in prison, so it must mean like 15 point something, in 2015.
Okay.
So when he gets out, the Mavs and the Stars will still be at the... you were thinking that same thing.
Can't even.
He's got a wild Oprah episode.
And this will lead us into
real?
audio.
Yeah.
Jared?
Yeah. I mean, like, it was
I'd like
well
to
before all
revisit.
this stuff, but, like, he's a weirdo.
Would be interested in you bringing that to the table someday.
You don't
All
say.
right. Yeah.
And on this day in 2020, Tom Brenneman ended up making a comment, and Castellanos hit a deep fly to left field. Let me just let me do this here. We can do this for you. So Tom Brenneman, this is the old should you apologize thing? Because then you're just going to want to know what they apologize for. So this is what some people tuned into, and you've heard this a million times. Oops, excuse me.
3-0 ball game with the Reds in front of the Royals. We go to the top half of the fifth inning. Castellanos to lead things off. Jim Day's going to be taking us the rest of the way through this game as Holland takes over on the mound.
Pause.
I mean,
that right there is the introduction. That's the fox in the hen house. Because he's clearly, he's like, I'm going to do play-by-play. I'm going to get this apology off, but I'm also going to do play-by-play. And once he makes that choice, we are set up for the famous moment.
I love the foreshadowing of Castellanos to lead off.
He's going to take the first one off the corner.
That's to tell you.
As Holland takes over on the mound.
Also the
yeah,
this is like it's a little voice breaking a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I made a comment earlier tonight that I guess went out over the air that I am deeply.
We're going to bingo this, right?
You guess?
Well,
ashamed of.
Bingo, or E5.
He's got to. It wasn't supposed to be over the air. So
he has
but
to
at that point, he
I
knows
guess
that
went
it
out
was,
over
so
the
don't
air.
Put in I guess.
Well, I'm saying, but if someone was doing their job right, he wouldn't be
You
apologizing.
say that unintentionally went out over the air.
A big part of
I'm
the
with Blake.
broadcaster's job is not saying slurs that end up
we've all
anywhere
been
near.
through this. Yeah.
But
If I have hurt anyone out there, I can't tell you how much I say from the bottom of my heart. I'm so very, very sorry.
Apology accepted.
I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith.
Bingo.
As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run. And so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game.
Isn't this amazing how this has followed him, and then there's other things with like 10 years from now, when you say the word Castellano, this is all I'm going to think about.
1,000%.
Dude, he was like
and he's had a really good career.
He was like moving betting markets. Like the Pope would die, and they're like, "What's his over/under on hits tonight?" Like there was
right.
People were loading up.
If he doesn't hit that home run, Brenneman is probably back.
That's an interesting point, but I don't think it's crazy.
And so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run. And so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. I don't know if I'm going to be putting on this headset again. I don't know if it's going to be for the Reds. I don't know if it's going to be for my bosses at Fox. I want to apologize for the people who signed my paycheck.
That's who this is
for the Reds, for Fox Sports Ohio, for the people I work with, for anybody that I've offended here tonight.
America.
I can't begin to tell you how deeply sorry I am. That is not who I am. And never has been.
I got one.
And I'd like to think maybe I could have some people that could back that up.
Well,
preemptively.
I am very, very
Not enough.
sorry, and I beg for your forgiveness. Jim Day will take you the rest of the way home.
Wow.
Do we have his first call?
That's interesting.
What was Jim
But what we
doing?
have that we've never really heard before is the audio that got him in trouble. And anytime you've ever heard this, all you've just heard is a beep. You don't know what he said. But here's what he said. So this is the pregame show. It's right before they come back from break. And like you said, there is an engineer that left the mics up.
Or, board op back at the station who had
On
him punched
purpose? I don't know. It doesn't
Nah,
seem like it would have been
was-
because you would have had to know that he was...
Remember, so this was during COVID. If you could tell, Castellanos hits the home run and the crowd level never changes.
Oh, really?
So this was at the height of COVID. So
Oh.
there were some, logistical probably problems.
Okay,
'Cause this
he
was
might not
spring-
even been there. Or
This
what?
might have even been spring training. Yeah, this is a warm-up of how are we
It's
going
not spring training because it's
Today.
this day in history.
But they were.
But you're
so
right.
We had just,
Shortened
resumed, we had just
season.
resumed. So,
Yeah.
they were still trying to figure out protocols here.
Okay, so apparently there was some conversation going on or something because he's going to refer to a city in a derogatory manner. That's the thing that you'll hear. So it's the pregame show.
The fag capitals of the world. Reds Live, the pregame show presented by Ray St. Clair Roofing.
That's too close.
And
That
we come
F
away
could not be
fired at
harder.
every
That's the
single
thing.
Red team.
When he's like, at the end of his apology, very like,
For the Reds, for Fox Sports Ohio, for the people I work with, for anybody that I've offended here tonight. I can't begin to tell you how deeply sorry I am. That is not who I am, and never has been.
Yeah.
Now,
play it again.
there is a way of like jokingly,
dude,
or lightheartedly, if you said that about a place, like or it's like
he really meant it.
I'm upset that those people live there.
The fag capital of the world.
I mean, it is
harsh, dude. And like again, it's hard. I don't want to, you don't know what's in somebody's heart. It's hard to project intent, but like we joke around about a lot of stuff here off the show. It's pretty offensive. Nobody talks like that. I don't really know anybody, and I have some most. You know why? Because none of my friends really hate gay people.
Right.
So like Tom Berneman, and I don't know exactly how, but somehow through the process of his healing and redemption, he was talking about San Francisco. So this is not like a...
Oh, he said that?
I don't know.
I swear to you, there's an article where he
also says it's one of, because I would have think you don't go one of if you're talking about San Francisco.
He was in Kansas City.
I
And
was
there's
gonna
a
say my
line
memory
in
is
Blazing
Kansas City.
Saddles.
He is
where
in
where they refer to those types of people being in Kansas City. So I always thought.
Oh, that is a Blazing Saddles reference.
I always thought he was making a Blazing Saddles reference, but if he said that he was talking about San Francisco and he used that voice, then yeah, I guess he's.
But if you were
at least on
talking about
Wikipedia, that's what it says.
Yeah, if you were doing Blazing Saddles, wouldn't you? It'd be a little more lighthearted, like you're goofing around.
It was
like
the Kansas City bundle of sticks, in, Blazing Saddles.
So
And just to Blake's point about like the engineer's the one that screwed this up. Clearly, they could have
Agreed.
done a better job, but that is too close to the start of the
Yeah,
statement.
you're Really right.
close.
That's
They're
a
not
normal
mid-break.
time to have the mics already up.
Yeah.
If the musers, whenever I was filling in for them, were regularly saying stuff like that, they would have had this happen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a wild one, man. He's back though, football.
Doing what?
He does football. He
CW.
does college football in the CW.
Is that back?
Did some SMU games.
So it is.
He had a very dream before the dream type moment when he came back too.
Oh, I'll bet.
It wasn't as funny as Rad's, but he's like, "Hey, You remember me?
He's become a bit of a sympathetic figure by how hard the punishment's been, so maybe this isn't in vogue to say, but he was always awful. He was one of the worst. I didn't want it to happen like that, but the fact that I didn't have to hear him is a great blessing in my life.
So it is August 19th, this day in Dumb Zone history.
Let's see. In 2021, during the news, we were... Jake was doing the story of how the Real Housewives of Dallas died. It was a show...
Yeah.
The show died?
Yeah. The show centered on Real Housewives in Dallas. Low ratings, and this says anti-Asian incidents.
Huh.
Which I don't remember.
Let's see.
We don't like that.
But then our idea was they needed to pick Dallas women everyone had heard of. And our core was going to be Romo's wife, Katie Hamilton, Julie and Emily Jones, and Twiggy.
Oh, my God.
There you go.
Season pass.
Sarah Jane Ramos could absolutely anchor a show like that now.
Is she from Cowboys?
That's Dax.
Dax.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Add that. 6.
Mm-hmm.
TC and I did see them, we used to see them shooting in, Deep Ellum. We would do IJB, so at least one time.
Yeah?
It feels like all those shows have fallen off. That's
what was the show that Matt Nordgren was on?
Not just Matt Nordgren, buddy, but also Jody Dean. It was Dallas' Most Eligible Bachelor.
All right.
Do you remember that, Dan?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I want to be on that.
I feel like we got you close.
Yeah,
with
you're one
Emily
step
June's
away,
buying you
bud.
jeans and stuff. But
if I got divorced, would I be on that? Would that be labeled? Would it be a label people would just put on me?
Most Eligible Bachelor?
Yeah. One of.
Dude, you've
Not
covered
the.
South Lake Style magazine.
Yeah.
South Lake would
twice.
Yeah.
Matt Nordgren. He's no Chance Mock.
No.
Thank you, Blake.
And then last year, this was the day we had our Brandon Aubrey Show song contest.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Where we settled on the winner. So I think it was yesterday and today in history, Liz Cambridge sets the record for most NBA points in a game.
It might have been her birthday, yes. But yes, you're right. It's somewhere around the last couple weeks.
Well, a story about her on this day last year. She made more money on OnlyFans in 1 year than 6 years in the WNBA.
I believe it.
And then words added to the dictionary.
There's a lot more people horny than interested in women's basketball.
Luke, Lewk.
What is this? These are names?
Words added to the dictionary.
Lewk.
It's like a fashion thing.
Slang for a very bold, unique, or striking fashion outfit.
So
Okay, look, we're just putting internet words in here now?
It's spelled Lewk.
I love the Clayton.
Anyway,
Hostess.
I think we'll know the other ones. Tradwife.
Oh, yeah.
Delulu.
I need one of those.
And Skibbity.
Those are not...
These were words added to the dictionary.
Looks
You're
like...
about to say they're not words, but they get to pick whose words, bud.
That's a good point.
Are you Merriam-Webster?
No.
Is that two people or one? I always think it's like Merriam Merriam-Webster.
I'm going to go back to the Real Housewives of Dallas real quick.
Okay.
And their cancellation. Here's a video that surfaced from one of the contestants. She's not Asian. Let's see if this plays, Blake.
Oh, everybody asks me, what Asian I am because of my eyes, they're squinty. So, but I have a new hairdo. I was starting to lose.
Oh, man.
I mean, the fact that you had to say she's not Asian, I think, is a testament to the quality of the impersonation.
That was posted in 2017. It resurfaced in 2020. And I guess that's when...
Everything's resurfacing in COVID. You have all this time. Let's just go search everything.
Yeah.
Got some downtime in my job. I did hate that bitch I knew a while ago.
Right.
Other birthdays today. Steve Ott is 44.
Put some balls in your mouth. You remember that?
No.
There was briefly an energy drink called Balls. BAWLZ. And Bob and Dan were obsessed with it. I think I had seen it, drank it, whatever, but they're like, hey. So Steve Ott started drinking it, and he was on the show one day, and the interview ended with Groobs going, "Go put some balls in your mouth." Honor was like, "All right."
All right.
That's the whole story, but it was very funny. Remember listening to it.
Bucky Irving is 24.
Baker's backfield mate.
Could have been the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, I believe drafted right after the Trey Lance pick or something.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was it.
But at least we got a good look at Trey Lance.
You guys do a lot of great interviews, but not having groups saying stuff at the end of them, it's a real loss. He used to be so good.
Or at the beginning. Terrence Newman would sit down at the table, and Groobs would be back at the station. And you just hear Groobs go, "What it do, man?" Terrence Newman goes,
like, yeah,
"What it do?" He's like looking around, like, "Hey, who the fuck?" "What it do, player?"
Morton Anderson is 66. You know him as one of the rare full-footed kickers in Saints history.
Oh, that's most of them. They have a guy out here yesterday that they're like, "All right, time to lop that bitch off."
Bobby A. Bear is
Speaking of the
66.
Saints.
David Boston is 48. Unfortunately, not the father of a Browns rookie receiver.
David Boston was on that juice,
But he was
boy.
such a badass.
Geared up.
Nate Burleson is 45.
Occasionally, you'll hear him telling you what's going on the Gaza Strip on like Wednesday morning on CBS. You're like, the slot guy?
Kirk Cousins is 38.
I guess.
Blake. Kirk Herbstreit is 57.
Yeah, we'll see a birthday tweet or post today, and he'll definitely have his dog with him.
I heard he liked McAfee's album.
Of course he did.
Can we just go back to not knowing anything about announcers? I would think that Kirk Herbstreit's one of the great Americans if I didn't know anything about him.
Social media is ruining everything.
Well, for a while, it's not just social media. And I'm not trying to make this like every segment is late-stage capitalism, but Kirk Herbstreit was good at his job. And then they said, more. We'll pay you more, but you got to do more. And then he started to suck at his job.
Yeah.
Like what happens in every company now. He was awesome.
Was.
And then they're like, well, what if we make you work 120 hours a week and see if we can make it all suck?
Well, then maybe some of the content could just be my dog.
And McAfee, look, I'm not a McAfee fan, but I do respect him more than just about anybody out there from the Boomer Esiason or Mike Greenberg or any of these guys who make a lot of money. But not even implying the dude's like a partier, because I'm sure he's got Addy for days to keep him up. He looks tired on Saturday mornings when they put him on game day.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're going to put him on Monday Night Football. The story today is he will be a part of Monday Night Football coverage. He does a 3-hour radio show every day. And game day. And now let's put him on Monday Night Football. Like, it'll just make your stuff suck. If you do, whatever.
Now do an album.
Well, then that's the thing, too, is like, okay, I go out there and I throw the pitch and I get it across the plate, but it's not a good throw. And I come to work and it's like, kill yourself. This guy puts out the worst album I've ever heard, and his coworkers are like, this is so good, man. You should do more of this. I'll take our way, trust me, because it's disgusting. Kirk Herbstreit is like, why don't we get this on game day? And you know what? They will.
Yeah.
And you'll have no choice.
Jonathan Martin is 36.
Oh, no.
Remember who he is?
Saw the sheep like cannibal. Yeah, he got bullied by Richie Incognito. I read a story about Jonathan Martin like a year ago where you're supposed to feel like bad for him and like better that he's doing. But instead, I can't wait.
I'm
I was
interested
like,
to hear the end of this.
This
What
guy's
you
kind
say?
of a bitch.
Yeah.
Really?
You might want to bully him a little bit.
I don't know. I mean, it's the NFL. Like at some point, it's tricky, right? It's the whole mental health, NFL, pro sports.
Whenever this was blown up, I was in Pensacola and had the chance to talk to former Cornhusker great Adam Carricker, who was on all the Richie Incognito teams. And I kind of was like, man, it was very like the Grego Keyshawn Johnson interaction of like, this guy sounds like a crazy guy. Yeah, well, he was in my wedding, so I actually always found him to be an excellent teammate.
That was tricky, man. Bullied.
Stipe Miocic is 43.
You've probably interviewed him.
MMA meathead from Cleveland, yeah.
He won his title in 2016. It was a big year.
Right before the Cavs, right?
Yeah.
Anthony Munoz is 68.
Cowboy.
I don't think so.
No?
I think he was a Bengal.
I thought he...
And maybe only a Bengal.
Yeah, I think he's only a Bengal.
You guys are football guys.
Ron Darling is 66.
Bucks, but no.
Gary Gaetti is 68. He's our War Games winner today, 42.1.
Wow. I've never heard of that man in my life.
You've never heard of Gary Gaetti?
What did he do? What was
Third
his
base?
position?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baseball
Royals?
guy knows.
Royals, maybe?
Twins.
I played a lot of baseball video games growing up, dude. Like, a lot. There's about a 5-year window where every roster in there is locked in
And
my
that
head.
5-year window is when TC was taking 4-minute showers.
Yeah.
The guy with the stopwatch looking at it.
Played a lot of Ken Griffey when I was younger. That was an amazing game.
No video games at all at the...
There was a brief period where someone got a PS2 approved. I don't remember why they took it away, but they certainly took it away.
Yeah, but it's like group usage. You got to sign up for it. It ain't like.
But I'd never played Madden before, and we would get like a little tiny. You could play like one game a week, and when I got out, I said, "I know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life."
You're like, I'm going to eat chips because you're like.
They told us like no candy, no sweets. You got to eat what we say. And you can't play Madden except for once a week.
So the first thing is I'm buying.
And they took the governor off
boxes
me.
of cereal.
Yes.
And I'm going to play Madden and just all that.
Yeah. And they said I had to keep my hair short. So now you understand my entire personality.
Bill Clinton is 80.
Happy birthday!
Is this his once a year or?
No, that's
is that
Christmas.
What did he say at the?
There's no way they do it once a year. I'm saying there's no way they do it at all.
Remember this from just earlier this year? Bill Clinton at the draft press conference with Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this right here. Come in this house. Yes, sir, Mr. President. I'm negotiating the draft.
I'm negotiating the draft.
I'm negotiating the draft.
Well, certainly they won't just laugh at that, even though it doesn't make sense.
Well, they do so much so that someone falls.
There you go. Go ahead. I got it. All right. I've always wanted to be whatever.
He would have died.
Was that Bill Clinton that fell?
Jerry.
Jerry almost.
Right here.
Always wanted to be whatever.
Good balance right there. My draft team moved up in the draft today. His draft grade got better. Contact balance. He's got contact balance.
He's got contact balance.
You guys think that would have been a great big story in the
That would
world of
have
sports?
been the most insane thing.
I don't think we'd be sitting here right now.
Jerry Jones died.
Like, my grandma's around that age. She fell once a couple years ago. It has been a big deal.
But when Bill Clinton walked in,
I'm here to
now does that do we make this into a party battle? Does Fox News like? Of course,
yeah, of course
it's
they
Bill
do.
Clinton. You know, he would
That'd
never.
be awesome.
They do run a counter of how many people Trump has caused to break their hip.
Right.
Trump would have caught him.
0. The Dems, countless.
Where was I? Anthony Munoz, Gary Gaetti, Bill Clinton, Kevin Dillon, actor, is 61.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a fan. Leanne Womack is 60.
Jake's mom was listening to her, no
Yeah.
doubt.
Tabitha Soren from MTV is 59. She is currently married to... Who knows?
Captain Sorensen.
Oh, wow.
Moneyball's Michael Lewis.
Oh,
How about
look
that?
at that.
Bad guy.
Rapper Fat Joe is
Bad
56. Michael Lewis, bad guy?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Don't believe Jake. He says everyone's a bad guy.
I know.
Listen to him talk about Michael Orr. It's like the most racist shit you've ever heard in your life.
I focus on base percentage being more important than batting average.
Michael Lewis is who I thought he was. But anyways, who was next, Fat Joe?
I don't know. Jake's music birthdays.
Fat Joe.
I get these sent to me by Blake. Michael Todd is 46. I'm going to say some words. I don't know how a deaf person would pronounce these, but here's how I will. Coheed and Cambria.
Yeah.
What is that?
Outstanding.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan, but I was a fan.
Is that a band?
Yeah, Mike Marshall was. They're the type of band that if you get into, you get really, really into.
Dave Douglas is 47. Reliant K.
Yeah, still.
What a week for them.
Still don't.
It's like the opposite of ZZ Top for Reliant K.
Yeah.
They celebrate training
Yeah,
camp.
it's their birthdays.
I'm trying to think of a good comparison for this, but it's like, I don't know, were there a bunch of knockoffs of the Bee Gees? You know what I mean? Like there was some genre bending, and of course there were things before Blink. But when Blink happened, it was like then after that there were 20 other bands, and I don't really know most of them. But they're like knockoff versions, you know?
Regine Chassan, I don't know, it's probably not how you pronounce it, is 50. Arcade Fire.
One of the greats.
Not really me.
Nice.
But
Sweet lady.
a little bit, you know. I mean, Matt and Liz know the lead singer.
Yeah. No, the lead singer's brother.
The lead singer's brother. Okay. Well, in any case,
Okay. Are we impressed by this?
they were huge.
Yeah.
Dude.
Will wrote like a or a Tony-winning Broadway play, which, okay, fine, you're not impressed by that, but
More impressed than the guy's cousin. Who do we meet?
Will
cousin
Butler's cool.
yesterday?
Jalen Cropper.
Former Cowboy Jalen Cropper's cousin. He's now on the Saints, but he was signed. He was a practice squad guy, signed to the regular squad October 11th last year. Back to the practice squad October 15th. So they must have needed a body one week.
Oh, that happens all the time.
He got one NFL paycheck in his life.
I mean, that's
And it was
nice.
that week.
It's more than I got.
Squad one.
No.
But yeah.
Yeah, he's got practice squad
Yeah.
paychecks, but I mean NFL regular squad paycheck.
That's got to be cool. What is one game? Like 20 grand?
More than that.
That's like practice squad money's 20 grand.
I bet you it's about 90K for a minimum.
God, that'd be cool.
And he didn't have to
You
get
know,
hit.
one game. Yeah, probably.
Could
not
you
at all.
imagine?
Also, Louis Von Ahn is 48. He is the creator of CAPTCHA.
What's wrong with you?
Prove you're a human.
Why do you know?
You know another one. You know I'm stoked on. I'm stoked on Move the Puzzle piece right now.
He sold
I
that
like
to
that one.
Google, and then he created Duolingo.
Okay.
Guy's just a business guy. Creating.
Very successful.
And our Dumb Zone birthday of the day, let me ask you this. If you were a chick, who's the one guy you'd sleep with?
John Stamos.
Is 63. Born on this day, now dead. Orville Wright, Gene Roddenberry. You know he created Star Trek. I don't have to tell you. Nate Dogg, Matthew Perry.
They invented sarcasm?
Oh, it was a new way of talking.
And Jake, Reva Steenkamp.
God, I'm failing today.
That's didn't Blade Runner shoot her? Is that the
The
stories?
model and paralegal killed by boyfriend Oscar Pistorius. Jake.
Wow.
Fastball, couple miles off.
I don't think I've ever heard that name before.
Okay.
Yeah. Damn. Isn't he out?
I think he is.
And Dead on the Stay Still Dead will give you Otto Frank, the father of Anne.
And that's what happened on this day in history.
Yes, indeed, Rob.
So specialist tomorrow?
Specialist tomorrow. Frankel and Frankel will bring us this little portion of the show. Frankel and Frankel, personal injury attorneys. We love the Frankels. We love that Business Wednesday interview, man. Go back, listen to that. It's like an hour long, but they really tell their whole story. And it really is kind of inspiring. You were there. You
I loved
videoed
it.
In fact, TC afterwards was like, hey, that was actually like really good. Like, he thought he was just there to video something and it was just going to be some lawyers talking about lawyer stuff, but
They were compelling guys. I was happy to get to meet them.
their story is very interesting as far as how they actually used to work for insurance companies and then they'd like win and then see that, hey, I just kept money from this paraplegic.
Reverse nepotism.
And
None
they-
of them were coming from anything.
Right. They couldn't sleep at night. So it was like, you know what? What if we start our own firm, and we fight for those people. And that's what they do. And so, Franco and Franco, if you get in a jam like that and you need somebody to fight for you, 214 or 817, then dial all threes, or go to frankofirm.com.
If Donovan Ezeraku punches you, you weren't expecting it.
Yeah.
Call the Frankles.
Well, you should be if you're around Donovan Ezeraku.
At this point, yeah.
That's a guy. So, yeah, the specialist tomorrow.
We got a whole ass day in front of us here, boys. I might get in that water.
And I do have to report that there will be no Dumb Zone dinner with the specialists tonight.
Oh, man.
Because there has been a team bonding activity called...
We got skipped for paintball.
By a man
not only
with tattoos.
Not only is he doing this stuff, he's like dropping them on it or dropping it last minute.
Is he doing what we're doing instead?
Oh, hey, by the way, I know you guys had an evening to yourselves. Let me ruin that. Let's go play putt-putt and eat a snack.
Yeah, maybe they're going to go see Point Break in the theater.
I know what they're going to do, but we will talk about it tomorrow with them. We'll let them give the story. But it does sound fun.
What do you have planned for us? What do you have planned for us? You're our shoddy.
What do I have planned for you?
Yeah, what's our bonding
Jesus,
tonight?
Bet at 5:30.
You know I'm the word. Are you guys really going to Point Break?
If the schedule's clear, I would love to.
I'm up for whatever, dude. I slept for 8 hours last night.
I know, but
I feel like I just ripped
this
the line a blow.
This explains he can't remember anything. Kemp spins.
Yeah.
He bonked your head. What if now, like, you're a guy who doesn't do Kemp spins?
Hit me again.
Yeah, just
I want that back.
Get a frying pan.
Let's go to the list.
Anyway, man, I think this has been a great day. A lot of fun.
I would agree with that. Yeah, good times. You should try to do one before we get out of here, Blake?
Do what?
He wants to see if I'm still here. I
want to get a good one. Greg Schiano.
Oh, we're doing Kemp spins?
I mean, the only one I have for you on that is the kneel down plays. Yeah, where he was trying to have guys.
His team would blast the center when they were doing kneels.
Yeah. They're like, you can't do that.
That's a great one.
That is a good one. So
way to make it football, Blake.
Adios, mofo.
We gotta go before this becomes a zoo.
See you guys for drinks later.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.